here.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning. Good morning.
Coogan Nation. Time to rise and shine and start your day with Duval Sports Media Big Steppers. Dan Hicken.
You know it!
Jeff Prosser.
It's a big deal.
Gosh, it sure is a big deal.
And E to the T.
E.T. is in the booth.
Rise and shine! Guggen's go time on a Thursday morning. It's Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday, and we are loaded up and ready to go. Content heavy for you. On a Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday, we take you through day one of the dual workouts with the Jaguars and the Bucs down at the stadium. We start there. You know what is an underused, I don't know if tool's the right word. If you're a fan, it's not a tool. Maybe an underused outlet for your fandom. We probably do this a little bit more in the media, but it's a fun little exercise to do. It's going behind enemy lines, and on a day like yesterday, where the Jaguars where the Bucs came up from Tampa and practiced with the Jaguars, and we get the reports from the number of 1010 XLers that are able to be down there yesterday, wherever you're reading your information, whether it's Shipley or the TU boys or D-Rock or, obviously right here on 1010 XL, just loads and loads of posts and opinions and evaluations. And those are the ones that we trust and that we see, and practices, many of them are open and you can draw your own conclusions. It's interesting to me to see how the other guys viewed it. It's interesting to me on a Monday after the Jags and Texans play to read the Texans columnist perspective. And so if you went to yesterday, after day one of these 2-day workouts, by the way, they kept the peace. Coaches talk the talk, then players walk the walk. Here is what the Bucs version of SHIP. Well, this is SI.com and /Bucs, and their embedded reporter who covers the Bucs day to day, like John Shipley does here in Jacksonville. What a name! This dude's name or gal, River Wells. Is River a dude's name, or is that a girl's name, or is that both?
I think it's both.
That's kind of both, isn't it? This is the opening paragraph of the Bucs report. It's day 14 of training camp for the Bucs, but day one of joint practices with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jaguars are playing host to the Bucs in Duval County, and day one was decidedly a win for the Jags as the Bucs struggled on both offense and defense. I like what I read. Now, look, we measure that with just what exactly concerns us and how those concerns either manifested or didn't during, again, day one of these 2-day workouts, and again for the accurate impact that they provide. We're so hungry for football. Breaking down every, practice rep or squad scrimmage flash is probably a mistake, but it's what we got for now. Feed us, man. And if you're going to feed me good news. Hey, look, if you're looking at it from the Jags perspective, there's some half empty, half full look. I'll tell you what's showing up in this camp so far. Now through one preseason game and through these workouts, this pass game is humming and this appears to still be a big if Trevor Lawrence can have time to run the offense, which takes us to the other side of the glass. And that O-line. O-line is yet to give us okay. It's not even giving us that, man. In drills early, short yardage, ETN, the stuff rate's up. Stuff rate. Nick likes to talk about the stuff rate. Stuff rate's high, man. Not opening holes, not plowing guys. Vita Vea and the boys chewing them up a bit on that interior especially. Okay, let's go to the pass game. I mean, the balls were flying and highlights were being made, and the Jags pass offense really, I think, overall, if you're not just here grinding on your own side, your own insecurities, the overall, I think, verdict on yesterday would have been how good Trevor Lawrence and the pass offense looked. Like if you called out players that caught your eye yesterday, you're going to get a number of players in the pass offense. You're going to get Brian Thomas Jr. Again, hear from him in a sec. Gabe Davis, Parker Washington, Tank Bigsby. Some of these same guys, that's not pass offense, I know. Some of the same guys that kind of caught your eye against the Chiefs, they're just built on that probably in day one. And again, in these very organized, very structured dual practices. But by the accounts of those that are there and tracking such, it's 5 or 6 sacks perhaps that Trevor would have suffered yesterday if you're playing live football. The O-line still gives off an aroma of not good enough, inadequacy, man. And it's early. They doubled down on the O-line as soon as the season was over, and we all scratched our heads and rolled our eyes and said, wait, what? Through it all, added one piece, a center. Again, banking on health and development and really hopes that have, for the most part, been unrealized when we've ridden them in the past. At some point, Cam's got to be a Pro Bowler. At some point, Walker Little's got to be a butt kicker. And those veterans now who will man the interior of Cleveland, Morse, and Sheriff got to be better. And can they be? We're not talking about guys that are going to develop. Your career builds to a crescendo athletically, and then you start to decline a little bit. I don't think we're still on the uptick with guys like Sheriff and Morse. And again, it's really early, but, out of the gates, one-on-one, versus the Chiefs the other night. They struggled getting ET in some holes, and Trevor did suffer 1 sack, although they did score the touchdown on the short field. And again, yesterday, while there were a lot of positives, a lot of highlights for the offense, in particular, the timing and the chemistry continuing to grow, the O-line was also whipped a bunch over the course of the day. So with all due respect to the Bucs perspective, and I quote, the Jags playing host to the Bucs in day one was decidedly a win for the Jags as the Bucs struggled on both offense and defense. That's what the Tampa reporter saw. We know what has to be, you might say, much better. AFC's good. AFC is good. Yeah, you can, Baltimore and Cincinnati, Chiefs, Bills, maybe the Jets with Aaron Rodgers. Haven't even gotten to the Texans. There's only 7 spots. And it's a good conference. You better be good if you're going to win the conference, not be a playoff team, not win your division. If you're going to win the conference, if you're going to go to the Super Bowl in the AFC, you better be really dang good. You better not have a unit that's 30th in anything. Not that the Jags offensive line, based on, 2 or 3 weeks of camp and a couple practice sessions, are trending that way. Not saying it. I'll reserve judgment, which is always prudent, until we see what happens in early September in Miami. Well, buddy, from the starting point here, from just the visual cues we're getting, looks an awful lot like what we bemoaned a year ago. It'll be interesting to get Tony Pacelli's take on Breakfast with Pacelli on Monday. The big fella, the Hall of Famer, is back, so don't miss our double-barreled coverage all football season long. We'll have Breakfast with Pacelli at 7:15 on Monday mornings. And then the Monday morning running back with Fred Taylor on Mondays at 8:30. Our football coverage overall is, we are loaded for bear to get through what could be a really exciting fall around here. I remain arrow up, optimism up on the Jags. That's a good football team. O-line's got to be better. To be a great football team, that O-line has got to be much better. Much better. And can that happen? You know, there are certain, I was thinking about this driving in, and all of the investments that we've made with the front seven of the defense. I mean, think about all of the draft picks the last 3 or 4 years. If you're talking about lines of scrimmage, especially that have gone to the defense, right? Trayvon Walker. I mean, we just did Mason Smith, and we even Jefferson was Jordan Jefferson was like a 4th round pick. We Lloyd we traded to the 1st round. Muma was a top 3 round draft pick. There have been offensive, potential and hopeful impact players taken in the first 2 or 3 rounds. Mostly names though like ETN. Where's the investment and, more important, the ROI on offensive line draft picks? Harrison, we'll see. Good enough start for Harrison. Like to see him take that step up to being a dominant right tackle in the league. When you talk about right tackles, it's Anton Harrison in Jacksonville. But, Walker Little has now, after all this time, left a whole lot to be desired. We're deep now into Walker Little's career. 2nd round pick. There have been time Walker Little to be the dominant offensive lineman you hope you're getting when you drafted him. He's had more than enough opportunity up till now to prove that he is trending that way, and it just isn't.
Would you have found a way to keep Juwan Taylor?
I just don't know. I think
got a lot of money though.
Yeah, I think Harrison is fine there. I don't know if tackle is even what I just said. Tackle it's the interior that scares you more than tackle, because if you go away from Sheriff, Morse, and Cleveland, you're left, quite frankly, with Fortner and Shatley, and that scares you, because we've seen those guys just not be able to do it. So, anywho, let's take our first break. That's just kind of that to me was the overwhelming storylines from yesterday. There is the good, and that Jack pass offense and plays being made, included by Brian Thomas Jr. You're going to hear from him after the workouts. Also hear from a D-line that has been bolstered, and they're emboldened in what their expectations are this year. Eric Armstead, still not practicing close, and Josh Allen. You'll hear from both those dudes coming up next. The rest of the sports world we have in focus. We're up and rolling on a Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Find the high groove.
It's showtime!
This Sunday at Michigan International Speedway. Brought to you by the Plumbers and Pipefitters Local Union 234 on your NASCAR station. 1010XL.
Let me get this thing unwrapped here. Duval!
Praz, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, man. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. Johns County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Daily Stash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, like me. I'm sure there's a Daily Stash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course,
oven roasted beef, Munster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it!" and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Daily Stash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Daily Stash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
Do the Garber wiggle, Garber wiggle, 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 Garber wiggle.
If you're looking for a pre-owned vehicle with lifetime warranty, Garber Auto Mall can wiggle it. Best price, best payment, best trade-in value, Garber Auto Mall can wiggle it. With a huge selection of pre-owned vehicles, Garber Auto Mall can wiggle it. Visit us in Green Cove Springs or at GarberAutomall.com. And remember, at Garber Auto Mall, there is always a little room for wiggle.
Do the Garber wiggle, Garber wiggle, 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 Garber wiggle.
Hicken here for my friends at golfteerepair.com. Again, we don't fix golf tees. We just have apparel. We want to have some fun around the game we all love. Golfteerepair.com is a Jacksonville company, makes affordable golf wear for Jacksonville guys and Jacksonville gals who love to play. Polos, T-shirts, hats, hoodies. You got to see this stuff to believe it, though. They got all kinds of apparel, but what they have right now that's really neat is we got Florida, we got State, we got Georgia apparel right there for you, and it's perfect to wear this summer and into September when you're football game bound. Be comfortable in the heat. And by the way, of course, we have a special right now, 20% off your entire order. If you like the Florida shirt, Gainesville 20 in the promo code. If you like the State shirt, Tally 20 in the promo code. If you like the Georgia shirt, Athens 20 in the promo code. You also get $150. If you spend $150, you get free shipping. It's golfteerepair.com. That's golfteerepair.com.
Bold City AC, keeping you cool. Feeling the heat, Jacksonville? Cool down with Bold City Heating and Air. From repairs to energy-efficient installs, we do it all. Family-owned and trusted since 2016. We offer clear pricing, NATE-certified techs, and unbeatable service. Call Bold City Heating and Air today and experience the bold difference. Bold City AC, keeping you cool. Bold City AC. Visit boldcityac.com.
Discover the difference that local expertise makes at First Coast Lighting and Fans. Visit their showroom at the Avenues and browse high-quality products to match your desire for elegance, quality, and uniqueness at First Coast Lighting and Fans.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
Start your Saturday with a whiff of the great outdoors.
Captain Kevin Favor here with Captain Kirk and Jeff Loggeman, and we bring you the fresh air of the great outdoors.
On the Nimnit Outdoors Show, presented by Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning on 1010XL.
Yo, it's your boy E to the T. And are you ready for the ultimate college football season? Using MyBookie Sportsbook and casino platform, you can bet on every game and win anytime, anywhere, straight from your mobile device. No app needed. Just sign up at mybookie.com and you're ready to rock. Whether you're rooting for your alma mater or your favorite team, there's no better way to experience this season than having action on the game. And when you know your team well, it's an easy way to take advantage of procs like team win totals and early picks for playoff contention. Last year, MyBookie had some of the best odds on the market for the Wolverines to win the championship. And Michigan bettors who backed their squad saw 10 times the return on their wager. Lock your futures in now while you're waiting for the season to begin and use promo code 1010XL to claim a bonus up to $1,000. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Come on, somebody.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer. Craving a cold one? Well, zip into one of the great Gate locations you see all over town and pick up a cold Bud Light, or a Natty, or an Ultra. Maybe a 12-pack of the King of Beers, or some cold Coronas. It's all happening at your local Gate convenience store. Slide on in today.
Jeff Loggeman here. Now that football season is here, make sure your ride can get to that tailgate or away game safely and dependably. You can trust the ASC certified professionals at any of the 27 independently owned Napa Auto Care Centers and the quality Napa parts they use. Napa Auto Care Centers can handle everything: oil changes, air conditioning, brakes, engines, transmissions, and more. Napa Auto Care offers a nationwide 24-month, 24,000-mile peace-of-mind warranty on most repairs. Find a Napa Auto Care Center near you. JacksNapaAutoCareGroup.com.
When all you have is a hammer, everything is a nail. I'm Dr. George Bari, and like me, I know you have been bombarded with PRP and stem cell treatments from companies that promise the world and charge prices to match. or the surgeon that convinced you the only way to treat your injuries through surgery. At Bari Orthopedics, we offer the best PRP treatment on the market with prices that won't cost you an arm and a leg. We also have the expertise to treat your injury surgically if that is what it entails. We can discuss all surgical and non-surgical options with you and make sure you get the best treatment available. Come see me, Dr. George Bari at Bari Orthopedics.
Atlantic Self-Storage, the official storage partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Need to make room to watch football in your home or need a place to park your boat or RV? Store it all at Atlantic Self-Storage. Over 50 locations in Northeast Florida. 24-hour access, all with month-to-month leases. Moving? They can help with supplies. They make storage easy. Go to AtlanticSelfStorage.com or call 877-WE-STORE to find a storage solution near you. Go Jags!
The saying goes, the grass is greener on the other side. Well, that is actually true if your neighbor installed artificial turf. Lauren Brooks here from my friends at Sunshine Turf, a family-owned local company that will take your backyard dreams and turn them into a reality. Caleb can design anything from putting greens to pet runs, and if you have a pool, you'll definitely love maintenance-free turf around it. Visit sunshineturf.info to get a free quote today from Sunshine Turf. That's sunshineturf.info.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
It's with a great humility that I'm going to ride out this baseball season. I'm going to resist the urge for the new drop-dead start date. Errors of ways realized, intent, sharp focus on the importance of the grind of the regular season, particularly when it comes to the Atlanta Braves, who we all know the rocky injury road that they've been on. Michael Harris II came back yesterday. He went out June 14th. Same day E went out. Hell, Harris had a setback and they played last night against the Giants. More on that in just a second. We kid because we care, all love. So it's not just Harris though, right? I mean, they haven't had Acuna since early in the year. They have Spencer Strider all year. But let's just think about the offense and its struggles. Sean Murphy was out for an extended time. Ozzie Albies has had now 2 trips to the IL. But when Harris first went out, the Braves were 8 games over 500. They were hanging around. And for the first month, they were okay. They had Albies for most of that time. It was before his injury. They're still waiting on the Rileys and Olsons to heat up. But they hung around and they made it to the All-Star break. They played 1 month without Michael Harris II. They were 3 games over 500. And they were keeping their head above water. And then this last month, the waters just kept rising. And even with this little, it's not even a win streak. I mean, they had won 2 in a row before yesterday. Even with that, the Braves had gone 5 games under 500 in the last month, which doesn't sound like a big deal to most until you realize that until this year, the Braves hadn't had a losing month since like 2018, I think. So first month, then the Albies injury comes, so now you've got 2 big holes in the lineup, and the Braves offense has struggled, and there's been no spark, and they've missed a defense as well. We've seen the Keystone Cop routine that the Braves outfielders have put you through. So 3 games over for that first month, and now Albies joins the list. The Braves have been 5 under 500 for the last month going into last night. And Michael Harris II returned. Placed into the lineup, hitting, about 5th or 6th. He came up in the first inning. So his first at bat since June 14th. The Braves had the bases loaded. It was 1-0 in the first.
So here is the return of Michael Harris, activated today from the 60-day injured list. His first game since June the 14th. This ball is hit deep to right. Are you kidding me? Welcome back, Michael Harris. A grand slam into McCovey Cove.
Oh, well now. Braves bats exploded further. Riley homered, Olson homered, Murphy homered. Double digits in wins, 3 in a row. in San Francisco, who, by the way, if it were 3 the other way, the Braves would be in about third place. You know, they'd be like 2 teams out of the wild card.
That was a nice start, too, by Holmes.
Yeah.
Grant Holmes, 7 innings last night, 6 strikeouts, 1 walk.
Yeah, he's been decent. His ERA was under 4, but anywho, that's 3 in a row, and dare they get a sweep this afternoon? Good pitching matchup. Another one. We've had a couple good pitching matchups. Sale and Snell certainly didn't disappoint, and Fried today goes against who was it?
Logan Webb.
Yeah, Logan Webb.
He's their ace.
Yeah, so we'll see. No movement on the wild card front, rather, except the Giants fall another game back. Cardinals lost last night. They fall another game back. It's basically going to be the Mets and the Braves for that last wild card spot. And the Padres and Diamondbacks both won again. It's unbelievable. They just win every day. So I think you're fighting for that third wild card spot. The Braves lead over the Mets is 2 after both teams won yesterday. Now on to the Daily's double take, and that's exactly what I did. I would do this anytime. Just the suggestion of this should make you go, wait, what? The double take brought to you by the Daily's Dash. Oh, double up there and get the coffee for that man riding shotgun with you. It is fresh ground every day, pure deliciousness. I can't survive without my coffee. That Daily's Dash, fresh every morning, as good as you're going to find around town. Biscuits piled high. Don't forget lunch and all the subs. The Super Sub Summer at the Daily's Dash. Yeah, it deserves a double. I don't care who the batter is, how hot they are, what the situation is on the base paths. I'm never walking a guy to bring Aaron Judge to the plate. That just seems like flawed. I don't care if it's Juan Soto. I don't care if Soto's been red hot. I don't care if it's Juan Soto and first base is open. I'm never going to intentionally bring Aaron Judge to the plate. That's just dumb. That's overthinking it. Again, it's the last inning of the World Series, and there's runners on second and third, and no outs. Maybe I'll walk a guy to load the bases just because I'm so totally screwed. But yeah, in this case, how about no? And again, Soto had homered earlier today. Had homered 4 straight at bats. He ties some Yankee record doing that. That's great. But they intentionally walk Soto. So what does Judge do? Hits his 300th career homer. And said after, not so. I didn't like that. That made me mad. Fastest to 300 in Major League history by like over 100 games. Wow, if he'd have just gotten off to a start as like a 20, 21-year-old, we could be making a serious run at the home run, title of all time. How old is Aaron Judge? He's 30-something now, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, it was the White Sox who made that decision, and they've just been a pinata this year.
Yeah, it was the White Sox. Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't mention the team there, but yeah.
Just come on. You can't do that.
He's going to be, you don't, the MVP is the MVP for a reason. And Juan Soto's a great player. He ain't going to be the MVP. He's not as good as Aaron Judge.
Judge is 32.
Yeah, wow. Okay, then. Back to the Jags yesterday and their workouts. Pass game looks good, man. Given time, Trevor's been sharp. No turnover worthy plays by Trevor yesterday throughout that scrimmage type setup. Brian Thomas Jr. is just getting more and more comfortable. Made another big play yesterday, long touchdown catch.
It was very pleasing. Just a confidence booster, just knowing that you can go out there and get those passes. So I'll say it was a big confidence booster.
Yeah, look, we saw it in the preseason opener. Saw it again yesterday. Certainly looks like he's getting more and more comfortable.
I just try to stay as confident as I can, so I tell myself that each and every day. But yeah, just going up against those guys, going up against Tyson and Ronald each and every day, it's even more of a confidence booster. Just going against those guys, they've been in the league for a while, and they've been good at their job. So just going up against them each and every day, getting better. So I would say, yeah.
If you're going to school to develop chemistry with Trevor Lawrence, it's appropriate we're in summer because it's like a summer session. You know how summer session is in college. They just jam it all into a shorter period. You better get it quick. You better get it down quick. And so this summer, this camp, these workouts, these preseason games, also important on developing that chemistry with his quarterback, hopefully for many years to come.
Like I said, as we've been getting more reps throughout camp, and we're just getting more comfortable with each other, and just building a relationship and building that confidence with each other, so when we go out there on the field, we can dominate.
Josh Hines-Allen and the Jaguars defense was good yesterday. Put pressure on Baker Mayfield. The Bucs got the case of the dropsies from a lot of what I saw. Meanwhile, here is the Jaguars' leader on defense, Hines-Allen, and the message from their new defensive coordinator.
Coach Ryan is really harping on we rush as one, we play as one, we stop the run as one, so we can enjoy the pass rush. So just being in the room with those guys, laughing with those guys, getting serious with those guys, knowing those guys outside the building for years, it's already built that relationship. But now learning together, asking questions together, seeing the way you rush together, just doing all these things together, just really makes that cohesive group that we need to play for one, that we need to hold each other accountable, and that we love each other and we want everybody to be great because we want to be the best defense in the National Football League.
Well, Eric Armstead's going to help, man. He's getting healthier and healthier. And it says he doesn't need the preseason to be ready. His body's feeling great. He's got big goals for the team, for this season. He has shared them with the team and said yesterday quite confidently just how good he thinks the Jaguars can be.
We have a talented group. I wouldn't have came here and signed here if I didn't feel like I was coming to a team that, has a real opportunity to win a Super Bowl. And I think we have all the pieces to get it done. And I'm excited to get out there and be a part of that journey and that process of getting there. But, man, we have an amazing team.
Day 2 of the dual workouts today. And then Saturday night in the stadium, it'll be preseason game number 2. Again, there's been no formal declaration. I'd imagine it would be the bottom of the rosters for each. These guys are going at it pretty hard, and they're banging helmets. Coaches are getting the work and seeing what they need to see. And I don't think there's much reason to risk injury or otherwise, and just get some evaluation on the rest of the roster. Before you know it, it'll be cut day, and the regular season's barreling toward this awful quick. We got a football fix and more when we return. It's Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday on The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
This is Brent Musburger's Visa in Action update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Jacksonville Jaguars laying 3 against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at Everbank Stadium. 36.5 the total on Saturday in Week 2 of the NFL's preseason. Atlanta Falcons acquired Patriots linebacker Matt Judon in a trade with the Patriots. They sent a third-round pick in 2025 to New England for the 4-time Pro Bowler. The Falcons this week in preseason play will visit the Baltimore Ravens as a 1-point underdog. Atlanta Braves today play for a 4-game sweep of the Giants at Oracle Park. Max Fried on the mound for Atlanta, a $1.12 favorite against Logan Webb of the Giants, minus 108, 7 over the total in San Francisco. Save with Progressive. Progressive.com. Mike Sennett, 1010XL.
911, what's your emergency?
Help, we don't have air conditioning.
Ma'am, 911 is for emergencies only.
Well, my husband's trying to stuff himself in the refrigerator.
I see. Well, maybe you should call Duck Duck Air Conditioning.
To get him out of the fridge?
To get a new AC system.
Beat the Florida heat with Duck Duck Air Conditioning. Jacksonville area's AC experts. For service, repairs to new installations, trust the Duck. DuckDuckAC.com.
Well, all the news forecasts say that home prices are expected to decline in 2025. Hey, that's great if you're buying a home. But if you're selling one, you might want to get to it. And when it comes to selling your home, the agents you should trust are Chad and Sandy Newman at chadandsandy.com. Maybe you want maximum equity from your home, but you're not sure how. And you don't want to worry about costly repairs or upgrades needed to sell your home. Those things are all out with Chad and Sandy. They're the local real estate experts you can trust, and I recommend for the sale of your home, or for the sale of mine for that matter. Maybe I should look into it. Hey, don't trust me. Trust Jacqueline from Biscayne Estates. My inherited home became a nightmare when it went unsold for 177 days and ended up with a large lien. With expenses mounting for my handicapped daughter and no way to pay, I was desperate. At this point, I turned to Chad and Sandy. The change was amazing. Chad and Sandy sold my home in 3 days at a higher than asking price. Find out for yourself at chadandsandy.com or 904-414-6200.
Hey, Hicken from Bow 9 Associates. You'll find Jacksonville's most esteemed eye doctors at each of their locations. After being selected for one of the most competitive ophthalmology fellowships in the world, Dr. Frank Bowden, currently called upon for his expert opinion. He's currently one of the few cornea and external disease specialists in the area, and the founder, of course, of Bow Nye. Visit Bow Nye & Associates today and experience the difference. They're keeping the First Coast focused. That's Bow Nye & Associates.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Hey, school's in session, and here's today's lesson. We have hundreds of new vehicles. Trax starting at $2.99 a month. Traverse for $3.99 a month. Silverados as low as $4.99 a month. And they all come with a 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. That means you and your soon-to-be drivers will be protected for the next 20 years. Plus, every purchase will help fund a teacher's project in our schools. Your next assignment, get to Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville. Deadline August 31st. We're here to wow you and our teachers.
At Cannons of Jacksonville, they know that when you're towing anything, you gotta have products you can rely on. With over 50 years of fabrication expertise, the family at Cannons can repair or install precisely what you need to tow with confidence. Whether it's a heavy-duty hitch, trailer frame, gooseneck, tow bar, or any other towing accessory, Cannons will provide you with unmatched precision and durability. For all your towing needs, visit cannonsofjacks.com, where quality and customer satisfaction collide.
Nothing came easy, and he wouldn't have it any other way.
It's blue-collar line of scrimmage football. I'm Tom McManus, and I join Jaguars Today, Fridays from 10 to noon.
Brought to you by Renewal by Anderson Windows and Doors on 1010XL.
Does the building you go to work in every day need a little love and attention? Jason Parker here with Performance Painting. Great companies take great care of the buildings their staff and customers walk into every day. If the building you're in doesn't match the vision you have for your company, we can help. Go to performance-painting.com. Our highly trained team makes the difference. Quality coatings applied with pride.
Performance Painting! Lauren Brooks here from Mayport CNC Fisheries. At my house, we had a feast from Mayport CNC Fisheries with the freshest shrimp around, and it was unbelievable. They also have oysters, scallops, mahi, and so much more. Want to eat like a local? Head to the beach and visit my friends at Mayport CNC Fisheries.
Now that's what I call high-quality H2O. If you want high-quality water throughout your home, call your local water boy. We install equipment to solve any water problem. Waterboy, JAX.com.
Roof damage? Call before you claim. Green Law Group, fighting insurance companies for you. They will work for you when you have roof damage. Don't let your insurance deny you. Don't call an adjuster. Call Green Law Group at 904-302-7055. Remember, if you have roof damage, call Green Law Group before you claim. They've settled millions and will work hard to get your claim and new roof. Green Law Group. Call before you claim. 904-302-7055.
If you're tired of your fence looking like a bad hair day, well, it's time for a fence makeover with Superior Fence and Rail. They'll make your yard the talk of the town with a new fence installed by their expert team.
Your fence is fantastic. My fence is giving all of my neighbors some serious pick and envy. Thanks, Superior Fence and Rail.
So get off the fence and call Superior Fence and Rail for your fence installation project today.
SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
This is Corona Premier. It's the light beer you didn't know was a light beer. Until right. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Now, Corona Premier, an unexpectedly light beer.
Life has its share of challenges, and when it puts you to the test, make sure you reach out to Rebound Rehabilitation to give you the quickest path back to full health and confidence. Rebound Rehab, specializing in helping patients overcome back pain and sciatica, arthritis, and fibromyalgia, just to name a few. Rebound Rehab, locations covering the entire First Coast, getting you back in control with a pain-free life. Sports injury, workplace injury, whatever it might be, you can rebound. Log on to reboundrehab.com for more info.
What's changed totally inside and out? The Kuhn Flowers massive storefront, and yes, they've totally remodeled the showroom inside too. This is Frank Frangie, and the next time you drive by, stop and smell the roses at Kuhn Flowers.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars.
Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
The Jag defense gets a boost with Eric Armstead coming off the PUP list, ready to hit the field.
Definitely, want to continue my process of getting back out in practice, playing some football before get ready to go week 1.
Jag defensive coordinator Ryan Nielsen likes what Eric Armstead brings to the team.
Awesome guy, football guy. He's a really good person. 10-year career. You get that whole experience. It's invaluable.
JTA Game Day Express is back. Save gas and avoid parking hassles as the Jaguars take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this Saturday. Let them do the driving with multiple locations around town and passes starting at just $10 on the MyJTA app. To learn more, visit jtafla.com. That's your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update. I'm Sam Nelson.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
No, some good work done. Doug runs a good program. We try to run a good program with some good work done on both sides. We got to see different schemes, and that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to make each other better. Physicality is part of the sport. We did a good job of taking care of each other today.
It's Todd Bowles, the Bucs head coach, after yesterday's workouts with the Jags. Antoine Winfield, been around now a little while, said he's never been in an inter-squad where there was no scuffling. So the team staying true to that. We'll see how another hot mid-morning, as suspected, it doesn't quite go as long as you might expect, right? I think officially they're scheduled from 9:30 to noon. I'd say just get down there early if you're super interested in checking it out, because you never know just how long they'll run in these situations. No injuries to report for the Jags. That's good. Really, just about everybody was able to practice. Those guys that we've expected to see. So more on sights and sounds and kind of look. The O-line is an issue. Continues to be an issue even through good stretches. That's what just really overwhelms you from a weakness standpoint. It just from what we've seen to this point, if you're just looking at the overall team, you got to find what's the weakest, position group here. Does it seem? And that's still that one. What it feels like. Again, in the limited, structured opportunities that we are getting to watch. All right, fire up the band. We got a football fix. Let's give you some more news and notes from around the National Football League. Man, hits keep coming for the Vikings. J.J. McCarthy, we now learn, is going to miss the entire season after surgery. I believe I read he'll be the first-round quarterback to miss the entire year due to injury since 1967, since the common draft era began. So, just a terrible stroke of luck. We've had first-rounders that have, for the most part, sad, in some cases totally sad, to develop. But to miss with injury like this on what was first just reported as a meniscus injury, I guess they went from, and Doc has talked a lot about this of late, and as timing would have it, we'll have Doc Kevin Murphy next hour. It just depends if you're shaving that meniscus, right, or if you're actually repairing it. And apparently they went from one prognosis to the other, but we'll get Doc's opinion on that. The fact is, Sam Darnold will be the quarterback of the Minnesota Vikings. And that's really going to test the coaching chops of one Kevin O'Connell, I'd say. Darnold has failed to be anything other than pathetic anywhere he's ever been as a starter.
Does it make you wonder that the Vikings might look at down here and say, hey, the Jags have Mac Jones?
I have no idea. I don't know what the Vikings thought would be there. And I don't know how eager the Jags would be to
give him up.
Yeah.
Well, C.J. Beathard's looked pretty good, but obviously you'd like to see what you have in Mac Jones.
It felt like the Mac Jones signing was a direct correlation to the end of last year. They would have felt more comfortable in winning a game or two down the stretch if they let Trevor just completely rest and heal and give the ball to Mac Jones confidently. And the insinuation is with C.J. Beathard, they didn't feel that way. That in conjunct with Trevor probably screaming to get back in the lineup led to a situation that made things worse, not better. That's what I would say. But McCarthy out for the year. They got another scare yesterday, and Jordan Addison went down. They carted him off, but then we learned it's an ankle injury, and then they are not concerned at all. It's a big move for the Falcons. They got Pro Bowl linebacker Matthew Judon from the Patriots yesterday. Top pass rusher, won a new contract. They trade for him yesterday. The Falcons have been the worst. Remember all those pass rushing, deficiencies we've had for so many years around here? That's the Falcons.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That's what they've been like, either 31st or 32nd in pass rush, win rate, pressure rate, sacks, all of them. They're terrible, and that's why it was so shocking, that they didn't go Dallas Turner at number 8 instead of Michael Penix. Or even, I think originally they would have drafted a little bit lower. So
remember the Falcons paid Ray Edwards a bunch of money to be a pass rusher, and he was terrible?
The Falcons, like the Jags, have made a lot of what ended up being unsightly free agent moves. Matthew Stafford left practice yesterday. He's tweaked a hamstring. The Rams are working out with the Cowboys, where Jerry Jones says they are conscientiously working on a CeeDee Lamb deal. It feels like CeeDee Lamb's going to get his first, which, will then beg the question, or at least make you wonder, how much did his strategy and approach affect that, right? He's the one that's not showing up. He's the one that's holding out. Dak, Micah, going through drills, going through training camp. It feels like CeeDee Lamb is going to get his deal. And if you know Jerry Jones, it'll probably be the richest wide receiver deal because he'll want to do it that way. He won't want to be second. He's trying to find a way right now. They can make CeeDee Lamb by $10 the highest paid receiver in the league. If you're CeeDee Lamb, maybe it's worth waiting on that. 49ers are just in a real catch-22 out there with Brandon Ayuk, aren't they? There is a trade in place with the Steelers. And this after they had a trade in place, remember, with the Patriots, and Ayuk was just giving off a vibe. He wasn't all that psyched about going to New England. So while they do have a trade in place with the Steelers, the parameters have been agreed upon. The Niners still trying to work out a long-term deal with Ayuk. They don't want to trade him. But the contract negotiations are turning contentious during his, quote, hold-in at training camp. But the trade now apparently is just a phone call away from happening if the Niners decide to pull the trigger. They did confirm last week that Ayuk had received permission to negotiate trades with other teams. But the Niners got to get a deal that makes sense for them, and that's fair. Brandon Ayuk, by the way, isn't headed to the poorhouse. If he just plays this 5th year of his rookie deal with the 49ers, he'll make $14 million. Then would be a free agent and would have another, I would think, very productive year. I don't know who his agent is. And I get it. You want to get it while you can get it. But, buddy, Brandon Ayuk could position himself as maybe the most money going out in free agency next offseason if he just goes to San Francisco, catches 90 balls, 12 touchdowns, 1,500 yards. Go do it. I guess his point would be he can get that now. I'm not sure you can, Brandon. Not sure you can. Don't know. Not sure. Scare for the Ravens' Mark Andrews. He's okay after being involved in a, quote, serious car accident. He did avoid injury. 2 vehicles sustained heavy damage. He was driving to the Ravens team facility for training camp. I appreciate everyone's thoughts and wishes. A great reminder about the importance of wearing seatbelts, remaining alert while driving a car, according to reports. Responded to a crash about 1.5 miles from the Ravens facility. No injuries were reported. The case remains open. Andrews, a 28-year-old, missed most of last year. Right? Was it last year or 2? It was last year, right?
Yeah, it was last year. Yeah. Got hit low.
Yeah, that's right. Early, right? Was that maybe Cincinnati, maybe? Feels like?
Yeah, I think so.
That's Football Fix. You are welcome. Brought to you by Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin. You get assurance with your insurance agent. Are you getting that where you are? The assurance, they're there on your side, always working for you, making you right, making you feel better, making it work better for you. That's Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin. And the home course, the Julington Creek Golf Club.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
1010XL, perfect sports radio.
It was perfectly planned, but it was executed with Neolithic incompetence.
1010XL.
Hey, when it comes to insurance, we all think kind of like this, I think. We pay lots of money monthly. Sometimes we add up those numbers in our head. If something happens and we need you immediately. That's what Craig and Chris Kaprowski do. This husband and wife team have teamed up to take care of all of our insurance needs. And when I say take care of, I mean it. If something happens and you need the Kaprowskis, you call them, they answer, and they jump on the case immediately. If they can't, they'll call you right back. It's called customer service. And it's something the Kaprowskis don't take lightly. You don't have to leave them messages over and over again. Whether it's homeowners, auto, flood, boat, small business, the Kaprowskis will be there for you at your time of need. How do I know? Because I can speak personally from this. They've helped me. They've helped my daughter. They've helped my son numerous times. Get an insurance checkup today. Craig.Kaprowski at goosehead.com. Craig.Kaprowski, K-O-P-R-O-S-K-I at goosehead.com or call 478-8422. 478-8422. Craig and Chris Kaprowski are part of the Goosehead Insurance family and part of our family as well.
Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
What makes a Honda certified pre-owned vehicle so special? 182-point inspection, 24/7 roadside assistance, first-year free oil changes, and a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty for carefree driving backed by American Honda. Visit your local Honda dealer today.
I've known Glenn Cohen for a long time as a friend and a lawyer. Persistent and fair, Glenn and his firm have represented clients from North Florida and South Georgia for over 40 years in all kinds of personal injury cases. If I had such a case, call Glenn at Barnes, Cohen, and Sullivan.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Calling all fans of Duval to downtown Las Vegas during the game against the Silver and Black. This is Lauren Brooks from Helmets and Heels. Join us at Circa Resort and Casino this December for the Jacksonville Game Day Getaway featuring an incredible all-in package. Get a 3-night stay at Circa, $200 food and beverage credit, plus a day bed at Stadium Swim. With 6 temperature-controlled pools and a massive screen, it's the world's largest hot tub party. The all-in package is only available until August 30th, so act now. To book and to join the Heels in Vegas, visit circalasvegas.com today.
There are 3 certainties in life: death, taxes, and if you stay in your home long enough, a new roof. Hicken here for our friends at Lockhart Roofing. Nobody better in Jacksonville. How do I know? They are a local certified Master Elite contractor, and that means they have a GAF Master Elite warranty. That's the best in the roofing industry. In this day and age, don't settle for cheaper discount roofers. Lockhart Roofing has been here for decades. They aren't going anywhere. Call my friends at Lockhart Roofing, 994-3851. That's 994-3851. Lockhart Roofing, Jacksonville's best for Jacksonville people.
David Lane here again for Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. After several surgeries for age-old issues, mainly my back and shoulders, there's no doubt that Southeast Orthopedic Specialist is my sustaining resource for living pain-free. And take it from me, and I'm being really honest here, there's no better orthopedic facility here in Jacksonville.
Relieve pain and get back to life. SOS. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
This is the story of the one. As a warehouse manager, her job is to transform chaos into clarity and to see patterns where others see problems. Luckily, she's got a partner who shares her perspective. Grainger offers over 1 million industrial-grade products, backed by real-person support and in-depth online resources, so she can tackle every task with precision and turn potential setbacks into streamlined success. Call clickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Homeowners, good news for you. Accent on 4. Listen up. Loan Pronto now has mortgage rates that start with a 4. Prosser here. It's true. Mortgage rates have plummeted. So low, we haven't seen them in a long time. If your current rate is over 6%, you can dump it and lower your house payment big time. Loan Pronto just locked in a homeowner at 4.99% APR. So whether you got your loan last week, last month, or last year, it's time to call Loan Pronto. Even if you're in process with another lender, stop now. Call Loan Pronto. Ask about their zero-cost rate reduction home loan. You can lock in a lower rate with no closing costs in a matter of days, with almost no paperwork and usually no appraisal. And if you act now, you can even skip your next 2 house payments. Call now. Loan Pronto can give you a rate quote in minutes with no hard credit pull and no upfront fees like those other guys. Call 904-999-1508 or loanpronto.com. Call 904-999-1508. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781. Owner approved credit, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Attention men and women. If you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Mike from Bay Meadows.
I finally most experienced company who could restore my hair. Now I have hair where I had none before.
Results guaranteed. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Find out why you're losing your hair and how to grow your hair back. Call 904-777-IHRS for a limited time free hair and scalp examination.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
Thank you, IHRS.
Thanks, IHRS, for giving me my hair back.
Hurry, this free examination, normally $199, is yours for free and good only through Sunday. For your free examination, call IHRS at 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Call now.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by First Coast Honda Dealers. Following the team scrimmage, Gator QB Graham Mertz provided insight on having the coach in his ear.
Kind of, obviously, you might still need to have the signals, but being able to bypass that and get the coach in your ear. I'm just giving you little coaching points on certain plays that can help you play faster.
The Gators look to improve on explosive plays, something the head coach is stressing, according to tight end Hayden Hansen.
And Napier always goes over the statistics. I think he said today about you win 75% of the games where you win the explosive play battle, just that alone.
Gator punter Jeremy Crawshaw has been selected to the Sporting News 2024 preseason All-American team. Following a year in which he set 2 program records for the Orange and Blue, Crawshaw returns for his 5th season with Florida and his 3rd as the Gator starting punter. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
77 degrees at 6:58. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
You know it! Oh! Yes, sir! Uncle Leo!
What's happening?
A staple has returned.
He doesn't know.
Oh, I know.
He knows. Snap them, baby. Swaying. We're in a spin, Jeffrey. A spin. On a Thursday. Come on, everybody. Dance that night away.
Burlesque show you're putting on over there.
Oh,
we're missing is a boa. I wonder who's leading the python hunt.
Our guy Jimmy Ellis lost that first match of the USM.
Damn it, Jimmy.
Come on,
I think Jimmy went out and had some, local IPAs up there is what happened.
Talked himself into it.
And anybody who references the nice, cool hippie vibe of where he's at, he's always a round away from
Jimmy.
He's a round away from shooting 80, friend.
So anyway, Jimmy's out. But
Jimmy, our adopted son.
Yeah.
Jimmy we never knew we had.
Jimmy we never knew. Jags and Bucs, good and bad,
Yeah.
So I think the one of the best takeaways I heard and liked is the rookie receiver running by people.
Yeah. And the receivers overall.
Yeah,
Parker Washington is stepping up.
Yeah.
He looks like he's getting better. Again, we'll see when the lights come on.
That's a good thing. I mean, it's better than him being anonymous throughout training camp. So, Brian Thomas Jr. Putting on a show a little bit, and still worry about that O-line, though. Gotta worry. Now, look, Vita Vea is a large man and a good football player, but that's what you face in the NFL.
100%. It was Chris Jones. Would have been Chris Jones in game one.
Yeah.
And,
so that's what
Vita Vea again this week.
Yeah, that's what you're up against as you go through. So I don't know. We'll see. Let's hope that
it's a concern.
Are
the small sample size. We saw the ones-on-ones against Kansas City. The stuff rate was high again.
Yeah.
And then reports yesterday, especially early, the stuff rate is there. The pass game seems to be.
Well, here's kind of what one of the takeaways. If we were playing 7-on-7, we would have been pretty good.
It seems that.
But when you put the trenches in there, it wasn't so good. So again, the problem's not going to be Trevor. No. Let's hope not.
And it may not be the O-line. It's, again, small sample size of structured workouts, but you feel like those middle three are subpar. That's what you feel like. Age or whatever it is.
Yeah, and listen.
Again, we got to let him, just like a shooter, you get in your rhythm.
Yeah.
We've seen games where an O-line looks like, doo-doo for the first quarter and a half, and then they get their rhythm by the fourth. They're getting 6 a pop. So I get all that.
Mm-hmm. And we're under a month away from starting the year.
Mm-hmm.
So want to start seeing some good things, and I don't think they'll be near as physical today out there as they were yesterday. Usually when they have these 2-day joint
I would
practices,
think so, too, especially in the heat.
They go hard the first day, and then they kind of...
A little easier, probably.
May not even be in full pads today.
May not go until, the end time.
Because they do have a game on Saturday, and that's a game where you really... That's a game where a lot of decisions are going to be made, where you sort out that roster.
That's right.
You have to sort
those guys are going to play. There will be some, but by the way, if you are like a fringe 1-2 guy, you're nervous if you're playing.
Mm-hmm.
It means they don't know enough about you. The guys who feel best are the ones they say, you just sit this one out.
We were talking about Trevor last night. I had a fun night. The boys from PNC Bank brought me out to TPC. If you're out with, what would the term be, Pros, if you're the professional luncher, but you're out for dinner? Are you a dinnerer? Is there an extra ER? The professional luncher came and supported me last night.
Oh, wow.
He made the invite list, which was very nice.
Amazing. Big.
Heavy hitter.
Oh, man, rubbing elbows.
But my question is, I told him it was 6 of my favorite letters, PNC and TPC. So our buddy Lee Smith, he was out there.
Nice.
Yeah. But what's a professional luncher become when he goes to dinner with you? Dinnerer?
A supperer.
Supperer.
I don't know if he's no. I just think he's a.
I mean, you're the wordsmith, buddy.
Yeah, I know. I don't like dinnerer. I don't like sounds.
No one
that
likes
sounds like drunk or.
Yeah, you got to do something better than that.
Yeah, I'll come up with something.
All right.
Give me a minute.
All right.
He's the nosher. What he is.
You don't want to cross over and do too many dinners with a luncher. A luncher is
you got to stay in your lane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luncher's more of a.
You're a midday guy.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
You don't want to do the dinners. Anyway, my point was I asked all the people there. It was like a cross section of folks.
Sounds like you were kind of a ringleader.
I was just taught. They invited me to come talk
like
about
a TED talk. It's a Dan talk.
Yeah, it was fun. But I asked them about Trevor Lawrence.
How did your joke go? Did you use it or not?
No.
You didn't use it?
No.
Good.
No.
You got more people than me saying no way?
No.
Oh, but you read the room and said, this ain't working.
Great move.
Dan and I went over a joke yesterday.
Yeah, I didn't do it.
He asked my opinion. I told him not to do it.
Yeah. And it carried clout. Was it like
it's a joke that you have to tell this, like you can't soften this joke or it loses its punch.
Yeah.
But to say this joke you can't say it on the air here.
Okay.
And by the way, it does not include one of the 7 words you can't say.
No. But
it's still off color enough that you can't go with it.
No. But anyway, I asked them all about Trevor Lawrence, where they felt, I wanted their opinion on Trevor Lawrence.
Always in quickie poll mode.
It was a quickie poll. It was a live quickie poll. And no one thought Trevor Lawrence is not the answer.
Good.
Okay.
Well, except for the luncher.
No, he didn't think so either.
He's got a chameleon in him. There's times that he does. I promise you that.
Yeah.
He's a chameleon, the luncher.
Well, he knows how you feel, too, so he likes to take that.
That doesn't work, though. I'm not taking it that way. Then you should represent. If you're a good sports fan, you best not fool around with not representing what you really think.
But anyway.
You're in a poor reputation.
I do believe that the only question was, I would have liked to wait and see. And he needs to play a little bit better, but they understand that he's a talent.
It ain't a wait-and-see league. You'll wait and see your guys holding in next camp.
Right. And then the reality is, again, with other people is like, well, if you say no, then what?
Right, of course.
Of course.
We've not been in this wasteland of quarterback that we've been in forever.
And so you have to.
Brunell, it's been a wasteland.
You have to kind of forget about the money because it's the going rate.
Well, he'll be 6 by this time next year.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And in 5 years, he'll be $70 million a year or whatever.
Yeah, so he'll be 10th. He's
how
right
it
where he
rolls.
needs to be. It's perfect. We don't have to worry about it. He's happy. Trevor seems like the type that he'll always remember how happy he is now and where it put him now. And he's not going to come back in 3 years when they win the Super Bowl and say, I want more.
Right. But speaking of quarterbacks.
See what I did there?
Yes. He said he's going to win a Super Bowl.
So 3 years when they win the Super Bowl.
Our Dream Finders Homes poll question today brought to you by Dream Finders Homes, the official home builder of the PGA Tour, the Gators, and the Jags. Which Sunshine State college quarterback will have the best year? Cam Ward, KJ Jefferson, Graham Mertz, or DJ Uiagalelei?
Well, that's a really good question.
Yeah.
Who's the fourth?
KJ Jefferson.
for UCF?
Yeah.
Are we talking like statistic? I guess that's whatever. We're talking whatever you derive out of the question. With quarterback, that can take on some different.
Yeah.
I would say the guy who's best positioned is DJ. He's got a good O-line over there, which it's odd how that was the weakness for a while. I think he's most, and I'm basing this on whose team is going to be best.
Yeah.
These Miami transfers they've not the first time they've tried this, hasn't worked. Maybe Cam Ward's a difference maker. We'll see.
Well, we have 300 votes. You can vote at Dan Hicken. Gibby will post as well on social media. And right now, Graham Mertz is 45.3, DJ 27.7, KJ Jefferson and Cam Ward both at 13.5.
Yeah, it's funny. Again, it's hard to gauge how people are answering the question.
Yeah, well, I think
statistically, Mertz.
I think this one kind of goes along with.
They're all real similar.
The people who follow me. It's
a lot of Gator answers there.
A lot of Gators, and listen, Graham Mertz is an okay pick on this.
I'm okay with it.
DJ is also okay.
And Cam Ward's just an unknown. He may be at the end of the year. Maybe
could
that's
be the guy.
Easy answer,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. And then KJ Jefferson's, he ain't bad.
Yeah, outside of the Florida game, Dan, he really stepped back last year.
Did he?
Yeah, Florida was the only team that
look at his
anything.
numbers. Anyway, Dreamfinders Homes, you may not think you can afford it. Dreamfinders Homes, think again. 2.99 year one rate. I said it, 2.99% in 15 Jacksonville communities to choose from. So you can find that dream home and take advantage. Go to dreamfindershomes.com. They'll help you navigate your way through your home purchase and tell them Dreamfinders Danny sent you.
Didn't Gus Malzahn say something about KJ Jefferson this offseason, like he's the best quarterback since he's had since Cam Newton, or the one that kind of feels like Cam, something like that?
Yeah, well, I mean, he's
not Cam, but it's
he's a big kid who
he's
can
a dual
run.
threat guy.
He didn't have a terrible year. He completed 64% of his passes, but just 2,100 yards.
Yeah. How many did he run for, though?
19 touchdowns, 8 picks.
Yeah.
I don't know what the quarterback rating means in college, so I won't put that in there. Let's see. Because he ran for about 208 scores against Florida.
Yeah, he did.
Last year, running the ball. Golly, he's going into his 6th year, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Last year, he didn't not as prolific a runner as you'd think. 447, 2 touchdowns, only 2.8 a carry, which tells me he got sacked a bunch.
Okay.
447 there. I guess the problem is, Dan, after 2021, which would have been his redshirt sophomore year or his COVID sophomore year, he completed 67% of his passes, 2,600 yards, 21 touchdowns, 3 picks. And then then in 2022, 22 touchdowns, 4 picks. And so, last year was very disappointing. Career low since becoming a starter in yards, career low in completion percentage, career high in interceptions, career low in touchdowns.
Yeah.
It's weird.
And then, of course, huge note as well from yesterday, and that's J.J. McCarthy out for the year,
and Doc can tell us. Doc keeps telling us about the difference in these meniscus injuries. If you have to shave them versus, surgically.
Trim it or total repair. But I still thought a total repair, and that's why I was curious when I heard out for the year. I was like, wait a second, it's August, September, October, November.
Yeah,
I'd bring him back as a rookie. If I can get him back playing football, get some experience, I want to get that experience now, then wait till next year.
You're probably nervous about bringing him back off of injury that late into the year. I don't know.
Why?
Yeah. And
what have we always learned?
Let Doc say maybe 6 months.
If he's healthy, he's healthy.
Depending on what it is.
If it's 6 months, then I get it. But
I mean, even if it's 3 from today, that's what, September, October, middle of November. So you'd have 8 games.
We've had Doc Murphy on this program for how long? Years and years.
Since the beginning.
And I'm sure he's told us probably 1,000 times about meniscus.
I think meniscus. I don't think a meniscus repair is a 3-month injury.
No.
Okay. That's why they're saying it's like, I'd say it's more like 4 to 6.
Okay.
That the meniscus repair is the one that Derrick Rose had and missed a year and a half. It's the one that.
Well, he was.
Well, you can say
soft.
He was. If he had just a shave, he would have played. There have been those meniscus injuries where the guy's missed a stupid amount of time than you would suspect.
Mike Trout.
There's a good he missed. He's still out.
Well, because he redid it.
And so would you want to bring your rookie quarterback and put him in that?
No.
It wasn't right. And by the way, his wasn't surgical. His was a shave.
It was a shave?
Yes.
The first one was a shave?
That's correct.
Are you sure?
Yes.
100%?
Yes. He would have never played after a surgery in 6 weeks.
All right. Well, then we'll
but
ask
Doc
him.
Murphy can verify and validate.
He'll clean that mess up.
I stayed at a Holiday Inn last night. That's why I'm giving such authoritative answers.
It's not bad at all.
The only reason I know this is because the meniscus is one that I've had, so I'm always a little more keen to the details, as they were.
Did you have it shaved or repaired?
I had it shaved. I think. If not, I am really soft. Or, I mean, if not, I'm really tough, I guess, if it was more than shaved.
Uh-huh.
I will say this about the overall through what we've seen in camp as we piece together again, not going to change the complete, overall mentality on training camp workouts and what you see in practice sessions, how valuable they are and how much they apply. But I will say this, there are a couple of names that through the, off-season program into the training camp workouts, into the pads going on, into the preseason opener, and then into yesterday, who have continually had good reports for the day. And it's Parker Washington and Tank Bigsby. Two of the second-year guys. Now, again, is it fool's gold? Does it mean anything? Let's see what they do against, the Dolphins and moving forward. But, man, Christian Kirk sat out yesterday. Still no definition on whether or not he was just like a scheduled day or something's bothering him. But anyway.
I got to think something was bothering. You don't normally sit that one out.
Washington stepped in, made plays, made a touchdown catch out of the slot. He kind of kept in line with some of the playmaking we saw the other day. So his development is encouraging at a position that we have questions about. Those questions are a lot more, you feel better about if Parker Washington looks like he can, be a 50-catch guy.
Right.
And in the role, the way he's playing now, if this is what he will push those numbers, I would think. From the slot, I would think.
That would be great.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be great.
But guys are going to miss games. They are.
Right. That's what we talked about. We talked about having 4 for 3 at the receiver spot.
Oh, by the way, did I tell you this? Have you seen this one?
Oh. What do you got?
Just not going to. I wonder if at the end of the day, ceiling as it may be, if it won't be a good thing that the Jags didn't sign Calvin Ridley long term.
I did see it.
He's already struggling. It's the struggle bus already. Do remember what we saw last year? Calvin
pulls up and
he gets behind the defense. He can't find the ball.
Yeah.
He just doesn't look fluid. Bad day yesterday.
Yeah.
Like open balls, he stops running on. Yeah. When you got to talk about, I need to run everything out. I need to do this. I need to do that. Mm-hmm. I don't think Calvin Ridley's going to have as good a year this year. Well, and not to mention his quarterback isn't as good.
Right.
So, it's starting to get that feel of like, would you be surprised if like in the middle of September out of nowhere, Calvin Ridley decides he's leaving the team?
Oh, geez.
I don't.
Go back to the sports book.
And I'm not saying that. I'm just saying he just, Dan, did he feel comfortable to you? We had him for a whole year. He felt uncomfortable to me. Just, I don't know whether it's like a social anxiety or
He's a different dude.
I'm not speaking to the love of the game, the passion. He just seems more fragile to me.
He's a different
like
dude.
His psyche as far as where, and I think what he wrote in the Players Journal about how sensitive he was to the injury, how much he rushed to come back, what he wrote about the getting in the gambling, he's admitted to bouts of weakness, bouts of difficulty with stuff. And it was more what I heard him say and how he said it yesterday. He sounded kind of defeated a little bit.
I didn't see it, so I can't comment. But anyway, we'll talk about that and more. We got a lot going on today. Thursday edition of The Drill, man. I'm ready to roll. Are you ready?
I was born ready.
All right. Well,
I asked Nance, and she said yes. That's confirmed.
10-minute drill next.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Daytona always brings the drama.
Everything's on the line. The risk will be higher.
3 wide.
Look how insane this is.
Gunning to keep playoff hopes alive. It's now or never.
It's the most stressful night of racing that you'll ever go through.
For an unforgettable weekend of family fun, high wattage star power, and a front row seat full of fireworks. NASCAR weekend at Daytona International Speedway, August 23rd and 24th. Get your tickets now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
Been telling you about George Moore Chevrolet and the family there. And when I say family, I mean it. That's how you'll be treated. Well, proof is in the pudding as George Moore Chevrolet recently sweeps the 2024 Official Community Choice Awards. Yeah. New car dealership, George Moore Chevrolet. Used car dealership, George Moore Chevrolet. Auto dealer service department, George Moore Chevrolet. Congratulations to Justin Moore and the boys down there at George Moore Chevrolet. That's how you're doing it. And by the way, when you're down there or you go to the social media pages, register for that Corvette. They're giving away a free Corvette, and they're giving it away this fall. All you got to do is go to their social media pages and register. If you can't make it over to Atlantic Boulevard, no problem. MooreChevy.com. Easy to navigate. George Moore Chevrolet, gang, together. Let's drive.
Now that's what I call high-quality H2O.
If you want high-quality water in your home at a fair price that won't scare you to death, then talk to someone who knows water and is not a pushy salesman. Contact your local water boy, Keith. I install premium equipment and can repair or even rebuild your existing system. In a business known for aggressive sales tactics, let me show you how my approach is different. If you've got any water problems, contact the water boy at waterboyjack.com.
Dan Hicken and Jeff Prosser start the week by giving the ball to the best back in Duval.
And off, Fred Taylor.
Monday morning running back with Fred Taylor is fueled by Epstein and Robbins DUI defense firm on 1010XL.
Googan Nation, it's Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here to tell you this is no dream. The folks at Dreamfinders Homes right now have an unbeatable interest rate for you. You may not think you can afford a Dreamfinders home. Well, think again. Take advantage of a 2.99% year one rate. I said it, 2.99%. 15 Jacksonville communities to choose from. Find that dream house and take advantage of an unbeatable rate. Move now, literally. Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
This is Josh Woolsey with Woolsey Morecambe. When deciding what lawyer to trust with your car accident or injury case, the most reliable way is reviews and results. You want to be treated well, and you want a great result. Woolsey Morecambe's reviews speak for themselves, and I challenge any firm to compare results. We offer the resources of a large law firm and the customer service of a boutique practice. If you want to be treated right and want great results, call Woolsey Morecambe at 1-800-WOOLSEY. Offices, Jacksonville.
Prosser here. I've been telling you for years about Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. Football season finally upon us. Imagine watching your favorite team in your new Lifetime Man Cave, family hangout, or Lifetime's version of a she shed. And now Lifetime is expanding their replacement window division. Make your home energy efficient with their Energy Star rated windows. Enclosures, flooring, and windows to fit any and all budgets. Visit the showroom just off Phillips Highway. Proud partners of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Let Lifetime be your home team.
Baloo here for Smoonez Vision. Why Smoonez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smoonez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smoonez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smoonez is fellowship-trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmoonezVision.com today. Care you can see.
Attention men and women. If you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Mike from Bay Meadows.
I finally found the most experienced company who could restore my hair. Now I have hair where I had none before.
Results guaranteed. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Find out why you're losing your hair and how to grow your hair back. Call 904-777-IHRS for a limited time free hair and scalp examination.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
Thank you, IHRS.
Thanks, IHRS, for giving me my hair back.
Hurry, this free examination, normally $199, is yours for free and good only through Sunday. For your free examination, call IHRS at 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Call now.
Davey Beatrice from Beatrice Plumbing here. A lot of plumbing companies say a lot of things. We focus on what customers say. Like who a few weeks ago, Donna, said the entire experience was the best fix-it experience she ever had. Or Chris, whose hot water went out on a Saturday and he thanked us for getting it fixed that night. Because that's the difference when you hire a real plumber. They show up to fix the problem. So next time you need a plumber, remember Beatrice Plumbing. Because real plumbers fix problems real fast.
Hey Jacksonville, it's Lauren Brooks from Helmets and Heels. This summer, Big Chief is partnering with local nonprofit V for Victory to help local families affected by cancer. You can make a difference and support local families by dropping off school supplies at any Big Chief Tire location. As a thank you, you'll receive 10% off your next service. Visit BigChiefTire.com or call 904-932-0950 for more details. Big Chief Tire keeps Jax rolling.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
On 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hit it. Yeah. We got sports concepts. We got rationalizations. We got the 10-minute drill. At the end of the drill, we also like to hand out a prize pack. Gibby, what are we giving away today?
We got prizes, too. A pair of tickets to the Wawa 250, August 23rd. That's coming up in Daytona. Mm-hmm. And remember to listen for trivia on the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures for your chance to win tickets to the Coke Zero Sugar 400. But today, we are giving away that pair of tickets to the Wawa 250 at the end of the 10-minute drill.
Dan, I thought about it. After watching just like something so unbelievable in Major League Baseball.
Before we do that,
yeah,
because we're talking about the Wawa, did you see what NASCAR did yesterday in handing down?
No.
They took away his points, didn't they? Austin Dillon?
First off, they fined
basically took him out of the playoffs.
They only fined Logano $50,000 for what he did and driving, which is surprising. But the most severe penalty was to Austin Dillon, yeah.
He wrecked them both.
Oh,
I thought you were allowed to do that.
I did too.
I guarantee you the guy who used to drive that car would not have been sanctioned.
Hell no.
As he drives Dale Earnhardt's 3 car. For those of you that think we know nothing about NASCAR, we know little about NASCAR. Nothing.
They
little.
ruled his win would not count toward eligibility for the Cup Series playoffs.
What was the rationale?
Dillon's penalty was the most severe, decided by a chaotic last lap of overtime. After a full review, NASCAR officials ruled Dillon's victory would stand, but his automatic berth would be voided for violating Section 12-3-2-1-B.
Man, that's a lot of dashes.
Of the NASCAR rulebook. Race finishes must be unencumbered by violations of the NASCAR rules or other actions detrimental to stock car, auto racing, or NASCAR as determined in the sole discretion of NASCAR.
Boy,
that's wiggle room,
yeah,
baby.
But you think,
sole discretion.
Yeah, that seems awful fluid.
That's
I don't know, dude. I'm not a NASCAR,
Elton Sawyer, former driver, NASCAR senior VP in competition, said the penalties stemmed from the total chain of events through turns 3 and 4. I think in all due respect to the appeal process, we looked at this and the totality of everything that happened as you enter turn 3. This would make, by the way, old school NASCAR fans even more angry, right?
Again,
this is why we don't watch it anymore.
I didn't break it down. I haven't heard the commentators while it's happening. Just looking at the highlights, which I've seen.
The commentators said,
"That's
Gibby,
racing."
If you can go back and find it,
that's racing.
No, he said I wouldn't be watch for Dillon to knock Logano out of the way. Something to that. I wouldn't be surprised if he runs right up into him.
Yeah,
which he did.
Well, that's after he had run through Hamlin or whichever.
He hit Logano,
and then he hit Hamlin.
Then he went down and blasted Hamlin.
I mean, this guy really played bumper cars on the last. He basically said, "Screw it."
Yeah.
There's a quarter of a lap left.
Again, we're not experts.
No.
But we've watched a lot of races.
I've seen that happen.
And it's happened a million times.
You'd think so. You know how many times you see a guy just bump a guy and then he goes into the whirly bird on the backstretch?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just that.
The whirly
like
bird.
They're coming down the
shout
whirly
out.
bird. Yeah, it's a shout out Juwan Taylor. And Darrell Bevel. I've seen that. Rubbin's racing, bro. I don't know. Like I said, it didn't look like he hit him pretty good, but it's not like he drove him up into the wall. But again, I will defer to NASCAR fan. And by the way, NASCAR fan is so polarized by his car brand or otherwise that when I go to NASCAR fan on the text line, it's going to be half and half screaming that there's only one side.
Yeah. And Dillon said, I don't know. It's just the rules of the sport, right? It is what it is. Wins get you into the next round. I did what I had to do to cross the start-finish line next. All right, give me the call.
Long. One more time around for Logano. The white flag's in the air.
If Dillon gets to him, there will be contact.
Well, there you go.
There you go. I mean, they knew it. You knew it. We knew it.
From the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures, this nonsense is why NASCAR stinks.
That's what I said.
The next one, BS. Dillon didn't do anything wrong. He was racing and did what he needed to do to win.
Yeah. Boys know.
I guess you couple all this, though, with his spotter yelling, wreck him. Maybe that's part of the problem. Like, you can do it, but you can't say the quiet part out loud.
Yeah.
Like, you can't literally say, hey, you can say, hey, you're out of time. You can say that. You can't just scream to your guy, wreck him.
So, like, if the manager of the baseball team said
hit
drill him.
Right. It would mean more than if he just drilled him.
Give him a sign.
You'd have some deniability.
Yeah.
And apparently the spotter's been suspended 3 races.
Jeez.
Most people, though, say no. Well, they're with us. It didn't look like anything out of the ordinary.
I mean, it's not.
You brought this on, man.
Exactly. It's just. Yeah. My only point is I've seen it before. You've seen it before. We've all seen it.
This guy says, well, dang, that was the best finish I've seen in years.
That's right.
I would suggest giving him a bonus instead of punishing him.
And then Logano, who tries to run over women and children,
no big deal.
$50K.
Yeah, no biggie.
Shut up, Chip.
You want me to find section 3-4-9-3-C-Z that says you're not supposed to drive over people?
Joey Logano is like the Bizzle of the circuit, by most fans. They don't like Joey Logano.
Dare I say he's the cooch of the circuit?
Oof, boy, then I hope not. There should only be one of those unleashed on the sports
All right,
world.
go ahead to your baseball take. But I wanted to
What
mention
was it?
that.
I don't remember what it was.
You don't remember? I don't know. I have no idea. You had just started, but we were talking about the
what was
Wawa and giving tickets out to the Wawa, so I wanted to make sure I got the NASCAR stuff in.
What was the
talk about the Mets' big win against the Athletics?
Oh, no, I got it. I know what I was going to say.
There you go. See?
I might can come up with like maybe one scenario for every other player in the league, maybe one.
Mm-hmm.
I dang sure could never come up with a scenario in the middle of August when my team is also terrible, by the way. There are 2 players in baseball that I don't care what the game situation is. You can't. There's one game situation for each player.
Yeah.
That I will allow this to take place. One and only one.
Talking about Soto and Judge.
I'm not even talking about Soto. Is not the other one.
Oh.
There are 2 players that I am never, ever, ever, under any circumstance, intentionally walking the player in front of him so that I can
You're
face him.
talking about the Soto Judge incident last night where the White Sox chose to intentionally walk Soto to get to Aaron Judge.
And who promptly homered.
His 300th home run of his career.
Same thing with Shohei. They're the only 2 players.
Yeah.
Depending on the game situation, I open base, I will bring Soto to the plate. I'll bring every plate. Acuna, I'll bring them all to the plate. I am never going to intentionally bring Shohei or Judge to the plate.
Yeah, that would make sense.
And so to do that last night and him promptly homer, touche. That's karmic justice there. Grady Sizemore, enjoy your 48 games as a manager. I mean, we got 7th graders in
Grady Sizemore
Des Moines.
is. I'm good with comparisons right now. I just nailed one with Logano and Cooch.
Right. Yeah,
I've got Grady Sizemore's Jeff Saturday.
Yeah. Well, at least he was working in baseball, but yeah, he seems to be overmatched. They intentionally walked Soto last night to get the Judge.
Yeah, that made no sense. And the White Sox fell to 29-93. 29-93 on the season. The march towards 120 continues.
Braves got Michael Harris the second back, and what a return! His first at bat. By the way, Michael Harris. Did you know what date he went out on?
No.
You know his last day as a Brave before returning last night, including a setback, June 14th.
The E-Day.
Same day. Michael
Harris is much tougher than he.
Michael Harris the second went down with his torn hamstring.
Yeah.
On the 14th of June.
Yeah.
E.T. went in a crumpled mess with his torn Achilles on the 14th of June.
E.T. nowhere near back. Michael Harris back.
Hitting grannies.
And by the way,
Harris also had a setback for another couple of weeks.
And by the way, we're not asking E.T. to shag fly balls in center either.
We're not going to put the hit and run on in the break.
No, we're not making him blitz down the hallway to go get the guest, to go open the door for the guest. Hurry,
hurry. We kid because we care. H's and K's.
Yes.
H's and K's.
Yes. Hugs and kisses.
That's correct. Yeah.
All right, we got Doc Murphy, so we'll get some answers about this meniscus controversy.
There's no controversy. I don't understand why you can't get this through your thick skull.
Uh-huh.
Surgery.
Not all of us have been shaved.
No, but I mean, surgery is, he's told us, like 4 to 6, no? I mean, minimum.
Well, we're going to find out. We're going to get the answers from the man himself, the answer man.
That's exciting.
Doctor
next.
K. Murphy.
On a custom tree surgeon.
641-1010. Gibby, tell what they're going to win as we head to break.
Pair of tickets to the Wawa 250 at Daytona, August 23rd. Caller number 2 right now, 641-1010.
Chip, you brought this on, man.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Jennifer, Luxury has a new address in Jacksonville.
Oh, do tell, John.
Randy Marion Cadillac on Southside Boulevard. We've got over 40 Cadillac Lyrics in stock.
40? That's incredible. Any color you want?
You bet. Pick your color and drive away today. Plus, we're giving away a free home charger with every Lyric.
Fantastic. Anything else?
How about a car you'll never have to change the oil on?
No oil changes ever? Now that's luxury.
Randy Marion Cadillac, where Jacksonville meets luxury.
Visit us today on Southside Boulevard and tell them Jennifer sent ya.
Are you tired of living with constant pain from torn ligaments or nagging tendinitis and bothersome joint pain? Say goodbye to endless medications and invasive surgeries. Go BioTarget Regenerative Treatment is available only at injury care centers. Their innovative approach helps you recover faster and get back to doing what you love without drugs or surgery. Don't just treat the symptoms, target the root cause with BioTarget. Visit GoBioTarget.com to learn more and schedule your appointment today.
Hey, it's one of life's most important decisions. If you're 18 years or older, you just got married, just got divorced, you have children, of course you want to take care of your family, right? And that's why I'm here to tell you about our friend Matt Hinson in the Hinson Law Firm. I'm not the attorney, Matty is, but we both want you to know if you've done your last will, and if the answer is no, what are you waiting for? Get it done, get it out of the way, and get your assets to the people that you choose. Planning can also help minimize income, gift, and estate taxes. Matt Hinson's your guy. He's going to listen. He's going to help you with some tough decisions. He's going to provide you the info needed so you are at ease with your choice. It's the Hinson Law Firm, man. Reach out. Maddie's got the answers for you. 904-527-1700, 527-1700. Offices, Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
Tropic Fan Fest is on at Tropical Smoothie Cafe. You know what that means. Free smoothies for Tropic Rewards members all week. Monday, free smoothie. Tuesday, free smoothie. Wednesday, another one. Thursday, another one. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you guessed it, more free smoothies with bowl or food purchase. Don't miss a day. Download our app and join Tropic Rewards to get in on the fun. Tropic Fan Fest is now through August 18th at Tropical Smoothie Cafe. Terms and conditions apply.
Homeowners, good news for you. Accent on 4. Listen up. Loan Pronto now has mortgage rates that start with a 4. Prosser here. It's true. Mortgage rates have plummeted. So low, we haven't seen them in a long time. If your current rate is over 6%, you can dump it and lower your house payment big time. Loan Pronto just locked in a homeowner at 4.99% APR. So whether you got your loan last week, last month, or last year, it's time to call Loan Pronto. Even if you're in process with another lender, stop now. Call Loan Pronto. Ask about their zero-cost rate reduction home loan. You can lock in a lower rate with no closing costs in a matter of days, with almost no paperwork and usually no appraisal. And if you act now, you can even skip your next 2 house payments. Call now. Loan Pronto can give you a rate quote in minutes with no hard credit pull and no upfront fees like those other guys. Call 904-999-1508 or loanpronto.com. Call 904-999-1508. Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 1661781. Owner Approved Credit, NMLSConsumerAccess.org.
It's kind of like his own private locker, and you're his guest.
Every time we talk, I'm reinvigorated by my love of the game.
Hayes Carline here. Find my blog at 1010XL.com.
Hayes Blog is brought to you by Roland Reach Plumbing, where quality and experience count.
Hon, what do you say we go to the supermarket today?
Again? Weren't we just there yesterday?
Well, yeah, but it's just so nice and cool in there.
Why don't we just get our air conditioning fixed?
Can we afford it?
We can with Duck Air Conditioning. They offer financing.
Oh, cool.
Yes, it will be.
Beat the Florida heat with Duck Air Conditioning. Jacksonville area's AC experts. Repairs to new installations. Trust the Duck to keep your cooling costs low. DuckDuckAC.com.
Hey folks, Mike Dempsey here. You've heard me talking about Pella Windows and Doors, and with great ratings and expert reviews, you know they're high quality and energy efficient products. So what's your next step? How about scheduling a free consultation or just stop by the Pella showroom right there on Phillips Highway next to Tesla. Pella's professional consultants will guide you through your entire project from start to finish. From simple projects to complex renovations, their team has the experience needed to make your project a success. And that's the quality and service you can expect from Pella Windows and Doors.
Your Jaguars are back for another preseason matchup as we take on our neighbors to the west, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meet us at the bank Saturday, August 17th for a 7:30 p.m. kickoff. This is your last chance to see the Jags before the regular season kicks off. So lock in your tickets today by calling 904-633-2000 or online at jaguars.com/tickets.
Are you ready for the ultimate college football season? Using MyBookie Sportsbook and casino platform, you can bet on every game and win anytime, anywhere, straight from your mobile device, no app needed. Just sign up at MyBookie.com and you're ready to rock. Whether you're rooting for your alma mater or your favorite team, there's no better way to experience the season than having action on the games. When you know your team well, it's an easy way to take advantage of props like team win totals or early picks for playoff contention. Last year, MyBookie had some of the best odds on the market for the Wolverines to win the national championship, and Michigan bettors who backed their squad saw a 10 times return on their wager. These types of bets highlight why it's worth it to lay an investment before the season begins. Lock your futures in now while you're waiting for the season to begin and use promo code 1010XL to claim a bonus up to $1,000 on that first deposit. That's promo code 1010XL to start the season with house money. Don't ever miss out on the action. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere, only with MyBookie.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists is not affiliated with the NFL or the Jacksonville Jaguars. Discussion regarding injuries is solely based on opinion. Coming up, the weekly Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Medical Report featuring Dr. Kevin Murphy, a board-certified orthopedic surgeon specializing in sports medicine, upper extremities, and arthroscopy of the shoulders and knees. Dr. Murphy is a nationally and internationally recognized orthopedic expert. He's a former orthopedic consultant to the White House and the Pentagon, and currently serves as head team physician for UNF, the Jacksonville Icemen, and Northeast Florida area high schools.
Overheard in the break. Best podcast doesn't air is the drills overheard in the break.
Yes, it is. Dr. Kevin
gosh,
Murphy.
we pieced it together.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialist is here with us and here to clean up the meniscus controversy.
Yeah, you were right. He says 3 months on J.J. McCarthy. Soft. Just another one of those attributes that I'm looking for in my quarterback.
I don't know
softness about him.
We can't say he's soft.
Oh, yeah, I can't.
We can say the Vikings might be.
Okay, Doc, being able to come back in 3 months, one thing. Being a rookie quarterback with no experience, joining a team week 10 makes it less, prudent to me.
It's a little quick on
and that's the
trigger.
coaching part of it. But the meniscus debridement or trimming it like, most of them are. You can come back from that 4 weeks. Sometimes you rush if something's happening at 3 weeks, but that's really a push. But 4 to 6 weeks.
That's the Montreal Wilson, we think.
Yeah,
Johnson, Montreal Johnson
Yes.
of the Gators. That's the shave it, and that's why they're telling you, well, maybe he'll be back.
Yeah, so that's a 4 week, 6 week deal most times. 3 months, the meniscus repair is typically healed. If you have your muscle strength back and you have coordination, agility that you can cut and plant without pain and no swelling, which isn't always the case. It may be longer, to your point, Jeff. It may take longer. But those guys, as we talked about, those guys are rehabbing 3 times a day, all day. So, their chance of getting back at 3 months is much better than the average guy.
Dumb question here, but I'll ask it anyway. You hurt your knee. JJ's having some knee pain. That was how it started, okay? You're going to give him an MRI. What? So MRI tells us there's something, but I thought the MRI was more like you could tell on the MRI because then they go in to do that. My question is this. You go in to do surgery thinking, well, probably just need to shave it. And then you go to fix the knee and you go, oh no, we need to repair this. And so, in other words, do you have an option? Can I just repair it or no, it has to be fixed? It has to, or can I just shave it or it has to be repaired? You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So help me understand how this process works.
And one more time for those, the difference in those two procedures.
Yeah.
One
Sure.
4 weeks, one 3 months.
So the meniscus is a cushioning disc between the bones.
Right.
And it has some blood flow that comes in from the periphery. It's kind of a semicircle. And from the edge that's more towards the capsule, there's blood flow that comes into about the peripheral third. So the part that's more towards the middle of the joint doesn't have any blood flow to it. So if it's torn in the area where there's no blood flow, it's not going to heal. You can stitch it all day. It ain't going to heal. So there's no real point in doing that. So you trim those. Or if it's torn in a linear way across it, you can't sew it side to side. Those don't heal either. So If it's torn in a linear way in that blood flow area, you typically can stitch those and get it to heal.
I guess my question is, did J.J. McCarthy go into surgery thinking I was just going to get it shaved and it was going to be fine, and then the doctor went ahead and fixed it, had to repair it? Or did he know that might be an option?
Yeah, I'm sure they told him.
You'd have to know ahead of time, right? You're not going to do something, even in that case, without him.
Yeah, it's going to be listed consent-wise, to your point.
Okay.
Yeah, it's repair or reverse. But that's a game day decision. You look at it, is this thing going to heal or not? And if it is, even if it's kind of questionable, you go for it and repair it because you want to maintain that cushion.
Sure.
If you take the meniscus out, no matter how much of it you take out, there's less cushion, you have more risk of getting arthritis because of the compression.
Doc, if you took the roster of every player who's played the last 4 years of football, college or NFL, and you went into every single one of said players' knees, how many are going to have some form or fashion of a meniscus irritation at the very least?
Well,
that's a wear and tear.
Go beyond that, probably 90%.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just everybody who has a sore knee, most likely, unless they had some sort of trauma, is dealing with meniscus.
Yeah, they got some of that, but they also, if they've been in the league a while, or these guys that are pounders, big guys, you've seen it, they're big body guys.
Sure.
It's a lot of compressive force on that knee. And if they have a meniscus tear, creates a little compressive force there when it's torn, and then you get some arthritic wear. So you get some end of the bone wear. So when they go in and do this meniscus, he did a cleanup. Well, that cleanup is he had end of the bone cartilage wear that you smoothed out, and that's early arthritis, and that can cause the swelling and the pain and the recovery that kind of is that long-term, you have to sit out from here to periodically because your knee's swollen.
By association, what you're describing sounds like you could have surgery for arthritis. Is that misspoken?
Well, just do it for arthritis doesn't work very well. But while you're in there doing something else and you see any loose pieces in there, you'd smooth that out.
To keep it from happening in the future.
It just seemed odd to me that the Vikings went ahead and said, all right, he's done for the year. Like out of nowhere. And I'm sitting there going, wait, it's middle of August.
I don't.
Even September, October, November.
The rookie part of it to me makes a huge difference.
Why?
Because he's never played in the league.
So what? If they're 5-0.
The Bears didn't play Caleb Williams in the first preseason game. But you don't throw him into live bullets when teams have been playing. Guys have been playing for 12 weeks of football. Timing, all that, dude.
I don't know, man. It's
and that's a coaching thing.
I don't know, man. That's an awful lot. Everybody else is like
jump, run, cut, no pain, and you go.
As Doc is one thing I know Doc has always told us, when he clears them,
yeah, I'm not saying that. I'm saying football-wise, you're not ready. Forget the injury.
My guy gets cleared December 1st. I still got 6 weeks of season left. I might want to get him to play 3 games and get that experience, and then go from there for next year. If I'm 5-8 or whatever, or 4-9,
or you take your rookie quarterback and you give him a surgery and you give him a clean bill and not a rush job to get back, and you let him go through a rush job. You go through a whole year of
it was a rush job
in the locker room, in the film room, in the meeting room, and don't. I don't
know what happened to it's football, baby. Just play the game. That's what we've done his whole life.
Right.
Go play.
I get it. Didn't break his hand. I mean, that's a little bit more.
Yeah.
What else we got?
Well,
injury wise.
Well, Eric Armstead's been returned from the PUP list. It took a little longer than we thought, but I think that was a case of we're not in any hurry. You're a 10-year veteran. We've talked about, he had this surgery after the Super Bowl to clean up his knee, and now he's back, and he'll be back working his way in, and he'll be ready for the opener for the Jaguars, which is a good thing.
Yeah, but his knee's not going to be normal. He's one of those guys that's going to have the wear and tear changes that they smooth some of the articular cartilage out, and it's going to swell periodically, and, he's not going to be 100%.
Anton Harrison got a concussion. He was in protocol. He missed a week. He's back.
Cleveland back.
Is that generally, again, concussions are still a different bird. You're never really sure how a person will react to one, what number concussion is it. He's a young guy. I don't think he's had a bunch of them. Well, I mean, we obviously know he banged his head around, but I think it was an okay situation there. I don't think there's anything too concerning with that.
It sounds like it's not. If he's back in a week, he cleared all the protocol parameters, and he shouldn't have any issues.
Yeah, and we have no idea about, and well find out later today, Christian Kirk yesterday. So that
I don't know what that. He was out there, so but no idea.
Yeah.
Who knows? I don't want to speculate from anything from soft tissue to migraine headache. I don't know. Or day of rest, which I would not imagine they would give him. Right?
Yes.
I mean, you point so much to this.
I'll ask you about a Jacksonville.
Workout.
I'll ask you about a Jacksonville kid, Doc. He has been on the IL since June 20th with a right shoulder impingement. What? Yeah, I don't know why we come out with impingement over other terms, but that was the term anyway. So he's been rehabbing, and now he's what they do in baseball. If you're a major league pitcher, they send you to the minors for a quote. You go through your rehab starts or performances. He didn't pitch well, and he didn't feel right. And this is now, it's July. It's almost 2 months. Right shoulder impingement is not the proper diagnosis for someone who's been out 2 months and not feeling right.
No.
Talk about Sean Reed-Foley, who the Mets could really use. He was having a terrific season, and but something is not right with his shoulder.
So impingement is when a bone spur above the rotator cuff impinges on the bursa between the cuff and the rotator cuff tendon.
Okay, so that there is a term impingement.
Right,
Okay.
but that's like spurs develop in your 40s, right? So impingement in a thrower is rotator cuff problem. That's more than impingement. Impingement, you put a cortisone shot in, that goes away. Beyond that, the impingement process, you keep digging into the tendon, then you get tendonitis, then you get rotator cuff tears. Throwers get labral tears, so there's probably a combination of some labral issue and a rotator cuff tendonitis versus a small partial tear.
Is the mischaracterization designed to mislead the rest of your team and organization so that they don't worry or get a false sense of security? Is it meant to mislead the fan base to keep them completely out of the loop? Because I would assume every team knows what you're saying. They're not buying this nonsense. Why do teams continue to put designations on players that aren't accurate and don't speak to the reality? And Hick, we've talked about this. As gambling becomes more and more the drum they bang, it's time to fess up with some transparency.
Now, in this case, and this is
which of those is it? Do you think it is, Doc?
Well, probably a rotator cuff tendonitis.
Who are they hiding it from? Why do they designate it as they do? The other teams know, right?
Or
their doctors can say there's no impingement.
And they know from the time frame that he's out,
Yeah.
right? If it was impingement and he doesn't have
This
tendonitis
isn't about
or labral tears,
listen.
you'd put a shot in and out, and back you go.
This isn't about the Mets. This happens to be a player. I mean, Tom Coughlin did this to Fred Taylor. Every week he went up and said he's questionable. Questionable what? To walk again? His groin's off the bone. That's just, I get it, but I don't. It's still. It's changed. Things have changed. There's, I think, a duty to be completely forthright because you're asking for pieces of people's paycheck via this site or that one.
Yeah, this is like the NHL with upper body, lower body.
Yeah,
stuff.
right,
At some point, particularly to your point with the betting industry,
I mean,
people want to know what it is so they can plan what they're doing.
I think
in
fantasy football, the whole thing. They got to, they're trying to figure out who's playing and why they're not.
In fairness to Sean, they were asked if he was headed for another MRI. The skipper said he didn't know. The manager said he didn't know, but he added physically he feels fine. He's not sure whether it's the mechanics or what's going on, but he's not feeling like the ball is coming out. The velo was down, and so
the velocity is related to your rotator cuff.
Correct. So those are the
and the labrum if you're having pain from that.
Max Fried starts for the third time since he came back from that forearm, but he's not had his typical velocity. And is there a certain start where, okay, if you don't see it by now, there's an issue? You see what I mean? Like the first start he came out, he was what Gibby was he throwing like 93?
92.
Yeah, and then the second start, I saw him more up about 95. But Max Fried is a big lefty. He lives up at 97, 98 when he's all there. So is there a ramping up process that would make sense?
Yeah, probably. And he's probably holding back a little bit.
Okay,
just from his
I need
own,
a win
own
today.
perspective.
Just saying.
Yeah, if they're letting him throw like that, then ideally
He's
it
had
was
two
actually
starts,
a tendon problem.
Okay. All right. I'm not really looking for any addition from Doc here, but because it's an injury segment, Hick, have you seen the rash of injuries around the SEC?
There's a few, I know.
Well, Missouri defensive end Darius Smith, he hurt his knee in practice. He's out for the year. He transferred in from Georgia. Georgia fans will remember that name. He played 16 games in his first 2 seasons with Georgia, so there's that. Texas has lost 2 running backs. Texas A&M has lost a running back. Oklahoma gets bad news yesterday. Wide receiver Jaden Gibson, he's out for the year. He was a Florida kid last year. 5 touchdowns. As a sophomore, a guy can be a big play guy. So, and Florida has its own issues. Lost a defensive lineman in their scrimmage on Saturday with broken ankle. Dan, was that basically what it landed on?
Who was
the Lions?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what Napier said.
Broken ankle, so he'll be out. They've already ruled him out for the year. And we rate on Montrell Johnson, no word. And that's the same thing that we talked about when the news came out.
Yeah.
Most likely some sort of meniscus procedure. Right.
One thing I was going to ask if I could, Jazz Chisholm, outfielder for the Yankees, has a UCL injury. How common is that to see a position player, Doc, have a UCL?
Sliding at home plate. Got into the catcher's gear and the arm kind of bent back.
So that's more like a Brock Purdy thing, right?
That's exactly what it was.
Yeah,
it happened differently. His was his left arm. It was moving forward and it got jarred backwards.
Yeah, pitchers get the chronic repetitive stuff where it stretches out. When you have an acute disruption like that, better for the healing. And so less common to your point, Gibby, in the outfielders, but the acute ones are obviously unpredictable.
What about swinging the baseball bat with that injury? What are we talking about? Timeline wise,
which arm? So is it a right?
It was his left arm. He's a left-handed batter.
Yeah, that'll be more of a problem.
He's got a sprained left elbow. They're waiting for more doctors to weigh in to determine if he needs surgery.
If it's like Purdy where it was detached, then you want to reattach it.
Right.
And that's an unfortunate loss. Chisholm had cooled off, but buddy, he came in
when he got traded for. He was
at
scorching.
the trade deadline.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. Good one.
Anything else, Doc?
That's a good one.
Enjoy your weekend.
Yeah.
Someday we'll tell the story.
Yes.
Another Forrest Gump strikes again, gang. We'll add it to the list. And,
he's a legend.
Like 6 months from now, when everyone's forgotten, we'll just put this one to the list.
Yeah. Legend.
Yeah. Let's just say this. If you watch the news regularly and you do different things, you're liable. Doc may end up on your feed this weekend. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
It's possible. In some drive-by photo op, you will see Doc just tooling around. Our guy.
That's our guy.
It's the drill. It's Custom Tree Search.
Thank you, boys.
Thanks, Doc.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Who are these men?
These are my trusted associates. Am I right?
Joe Cowart.
On my left.
Matt Hayes and Leon Searcy.
Now.
Afternoons 2 to 4 on 1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. And I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Certainly facing interesting economic times. I can't speak for all of us, but for me, it's comforting to know my money's in good hands with ITP Partners. Jacksonville guys taking care of my Jacksonville money. Look, I'm not an expert when it comes to investing. 401k, SEP IRA, you tell me, and they do tell me, and it works. And the reason I know it works is my money grows each and every month, and that's because of the ITP Partners. That's Dan Abel, that's Reed Wingate, that's Reagan Wright, Jeff Hartman, Chris Bryan, and not just me, 3 generations of Hickens have invested. I have other family members, friends who use ITP Partners because they listen and they give us individualized strategies where our goals are their priority. Look, it's a great time to get started if you're not started. ITP Partners are there to help. Chris at ITPpartners.com. Chris at ITPpartners.com or call 312-9751, 312-9751. ITP Partners are my financial partners for life.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Daytona always brings the drama.
Everything's on the line. The risk will be higher.
3 wide.
Look how insane this is.
Gunning to keep playoff hopes alive. It's now or never.
It's the most stressful night of racing that you'll ever go through.
For an unforgettable weekend of family fun, high wattage star power, and a front row seat full of fireworks. NASCAR weekend at Daytona International Speedway, August 23rd and 24th. Get your tickets now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
We've seen it 1,000 times. Insurance companies using the same tired excuses not to pay. They'll say you're really not hurt, or that your injury is from an old accident. That's why it's so important to hire a law firm who has their own medical experts, who know how to fight excuses with facts. When they bring excuses, we bring the truth. And truth is power. Farah and Farah. Here for you, here for good. Jacksonville.
Calling all fun-loving citizens of Northeast Florida. Freedom Boat Club needs your help. Lisa the botanista has gone missing. She left a note that said gone boating. But here's the thing. Freedom Boat Club has 4 local locations. Julington Creek, Jax Beach, and 2 in St. Augustine. And over 400 locations across the world. That's a lot of water to cover. Is she water skiing on the Ozarks, whale watching in the Pacific, or island hopping in Spain? Or hiding right here at the Black Creek Rope Swing? Or docking at the Conch House? Wait, has anyone checked Fort George Island? Too much to do on the water. So Freedom Boat Club is offering our best discount of all time, so you can help search. You simply make your reservation, show up, and have fun. I gotta go. I'm hopping on a boat to the fish camp for live music and lunch. Maybe I'll find the botanista there. Or better yet, maybe you'll join us with the best discount ever and enjoy boating made simple. Don't blame us when you start playing hooky too. Visit freedomboatclub.com.
Bueller Air and Plumbing presents Are You Cool?
Today's challenger, an asphalt marketer from Jacksonville, Florida, meet Sheldon Fish. Today's category, air conditioner repair experts in Jacksonville, Florida.
Oh, I bet it's going to be Bueller.
Your question. Unlike Jacksonville, the Sahara Desert has a complete lack of air conditioner repair experts. What kind of camels do they ride?
That's not really a question about air conditioner repair.
5 seconds.
But that's a camel question.
Pick a camel, Sheldon.
The Arabian dromedary.
That's right, Sheldon. Like the majestic Arabian dromedary, the skilled technicians at Bueller Air and Plumbing can repair any make and model of air conditioner the same day you call, making sure you are cool.
They don't spit, do they?
No, but Steve, the new guy, has a bit of a hump.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Attention men and women. If you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Mike from Bay Meadows.
I finally found the most experienced company who could restore my hair. Now I have hair where I had none before.
Results guaranteed. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Find out why you're losing your hair and how to grow your hair back. Call 904-777-IHRS for a limited time free hair and scalp examination.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
Thank you, IHRS.
Thanks, IHRS, for giving me my hair back.
Hurry, this free examination, normally $199, is yours for free and good only through Sunday. For your free examination, call IHRS at 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Call now.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by First Coast Honda Dealers. Following the team scrimmage, Gator QB Graham Mertz provided insight on having the coach in his ear.
Kind of, obviously, you might still need to have the signals, but be able to bypass that and get the coach in your ear. I'm just giving you little coaching points on certain plays that can help you play faster.
The Gators look to improve on explosive plays, something the head coach is stressing, according to tight end Hayden Hansen.
And Napier always goes over the statistics. I think he said today about you win 75% of the games where you win the explosive play battle, just that alone.
Gator punter Jeremy Crawshaw has been selected to the Sporting News 2024 preseason All-American team. Following a year in which he set 2 program records for the Orange and Blue, Crawshaw returns for his 5th season with Florida and his 3rd as the Gator starting punter. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
79 degrees at 8 o'clock. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
We have a talented group. I wouldn't have came here and signed here if I didn't feel like I was coming to a team that, has a real opportunity to win a Super Bowl. And I think we have all the pieces to get it done. And I'm excited to get out there and be a part of that journey and that process of getting there. But man, we have an amazing team.
I mean, I like to hear that. And obviously, that's the goal for every team. So, but That's Eric Armstead, who has some experience. And so, I mean, what is he going to say? But we'll take it, right? I mean, that's him yesterday meeting with the media about, the Jaguars. And I wouldn't come here if I didn't think we could win a Super Bowl.
And I don't know if it's a coincidence, but you could interpret it as a concerted effort by the Jaguars in free agency that just about every important piece they brought in from winning franchises, from winning organizations, from the Ravens and from the Bills and from the 49ers, right? From the Steelers. They've gotten guys this offseason through free agency. For the most part, the big ticket items at least have been from, with players who have in many cases been to Super Bowls, in some cases won them.
Right. So
it's just maybe not the determination in making the move, but it's a nice accoutrement. Yeah, sure. I think that this is. I continue to get warmer on one team that will, be linked to some sort of bias. That's fine. This is an under the radar potential difference making move for the Falcons yesterday. The Falcons' pass rush, Dan, has been like all those years of Jaguar level bad. That's where they've been. 31st or 32nd pressure rate, sacks, just all the total. So getting Matthew Judon from the Patriots for kind of a mid-round draft pick, I think it was a really, really good move. Now you also have to deal with the contract part. We're learning with Hassan Reddick and the Jets. That's not always, a done deal.
Right.
You would like to think that in this case they had those communications. So Judon does turn 32 this week, but he's a 4-time Pro Bowler at 15.5 sacks in 2022. After 12.5 in 2021.
I think he's a great football player.
Yeah.
I think it's for a third-round pick. You got to sign him, like you said. But I love that. I'm me, man. I trade draft picks for veterans anytime I can. I get the salary cap, and I'm not an expert on that part. But if you tell me, Dan Hicken, would you give up a Jaguar third-round pick for Matthew? Yes. In fact, I have an extra one from the Vikings or something. Here, I'll give you a third and a fourth so I can have them. I mean, Matthew Judon is a really good football player.
Agreed.
Not just, he stands out when you watch the Patriots defense. That's, to me, you put a Matthew Judon in there with Walker and Hines Allen and Armstead. I get giddy.
Yeah, I you can never have
just
too much.
Just like with Jamar Chase. What do I got to give up? You got to give up more than that, but okay. But again, that's without the salary cap ramifications. So I think the Jaguars themselves would probably say, oh, sure we would. But, and there's a big but to that in terms of the overall plan and the way the money's allocated and who's doing what.
Paying Trevor seems like a no-brainer. Paying Josh Allen seems like a no-brainer. You moving forward, you kind of think paying Trayvon Walker is going to end up being in that category. The one the guy that faced a lot of scrutiny this year is Tyson Campbell.
Sure.
And if you put it from the standpoint of, that's money you could invest for an A alpha dog receiver, or from one, or that you go get another pass rusher because you don't have. But aren't the Jags like under the cap? Isn't that the word? Like significantly?
Well, I don't know if it's significant, but they are
$14.5 million. I think I last.
They had
saw.
And that's their way. They like that wiggle room going in, and that's to go get a Matthew Judon or whatever. I get Matthew Judon's. The one that I don't get is the Ayuk deal. I don't know what. I'm so over that thing, and trades in place. Won't trade them. I'm not going. You are going. Working out a deal. We want to keep you. What? Just tell me when it's done. I thought he was okay with going to Pittsburgh. Go to Pittsburgh.
It's about getting that next contract. Whoever trades for him is going to have to sign him to a new contract.
Yeah.
So I think that's what they're in. It seemed like here's the oddest thing of it all is that the Patriots were willing to give what the 49ers want, and they have the money to sign him to whatever deal and did not feel the love. I'm not going to commit to make you the third highest paid receiver if you're not just gung-ho ready to come here and win championships, and he seems to be giving off that vibe. As he moves around the league. The Steelers could certainly use him for sure. There's always a concern, man. There's always a concern when you're the second or third best option on your team.
Says the Falcons have the lowest available salary cap space of any team before trading for Matthew Judon, so expect a few moves to free up cap space by simple restructures. Chris Lindstrom and Jesse Bates would be an obvious start, can free up $16 million with those two alone.
Well, those are two Pro Bowl players. Right. Just as long as they're cool with it, then you're cool.
Well, they're cool as long as you hand them more money.
For sure. And I think the Falcons have gone through
It's always funny how the salary cap works. So for some reason, if the player gets more money, the number comes down.
And I think it also is close to where are you as a contender? Like the Rams, they felt. I think what has happened here is the Falcons, even though they've been kind of a losing team the last 3 or 4 years, have woken up here in camp. They've looked around with what they have and the pieces and the development and said, you know what? This NFC ain't that hot.
Right.
There's nobody in this conference we can't beat. I mean, we're going to be selling the Lions and the Packers. We'll play.
Mm-hmm.
And so
they got Kirk Cousins. That's
I think that the Falcons are like, I think the Falcons think they could be 13-4 top seed good.
Well, we'll find out.
Play an easy schedule, and we'll find out. And they play
like, does Cousins make Pitts better? Does Bijan Robinson take off in year 2? That's what they need to happen.
And I think
and
again, there's no you can't answer those until they're answered. But I think the feeling is like legitimately, not just hopefully. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, that seems to be the thought. That yes, that's.
Did you see who they open with?
They have a good offensive line. I did. It's
they have 3 straight
Green
games.
Bay maybe or Pittsburgh or
they have 3 straight games that are really tough.
It's a team like that. It's
They can't panic on the schedule.
Steelers.
They can Steelers, Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
where is that?
Who
game?
do they play week 2?
At home.
Steelers at home. And what is the opening week, by the way? The 9th? What's the date?
8th.
Then they go to Philly on Monday night.
That's a Monday nighter, yeah.
And then they take the Chiefs.
Yeah, that's a tough start.
Steelers, Eagles, Chiefs.
How do you get stuck with both the Steelers and the Chiefs? That doesn't feel fair.
And then it's okay. And then it's the Saints and the Bucs. The Bucs are a good football team, by the way.
So are the Saints. They're not terrible.
And you're at Carolina.
NFC South's like the AFC South. Similar.
Yeah. And you got Seattle, at Tampa, Dallas.
You know what you learn when you look at this? Those are all losable games too. Every one of them.
Sure.
The NFL's hard, dude.
Didn't Carolina beat Atlanta last year up there? I'm pretty sure they did, like a 9-7 type game
or something. Yeah, they may have.
Yeah. It was one of their.
They lost some
2 wins or something.
Games. Yeah. Beat the Texans at home too.
But with Kirk
Cousins,
Cousins,
C.J. Stroud couldn't beat Bryce Young and the Panthers on the road. That's how unbelievably, undeniably awesome he's going to be.
That's why
the Panthers beat the Falcons 9-7 last December in Charlotte.
That's why you get the feeling though with Atlanta, and again, you
can't trust him.
Adding Matthew Judon, if Kirk Cousins goes 10-7 and they win the South, and Kirk Cousins is the quarterback next year, and then they're a good team, and they go 9-8 and get a wild card, then he's the quarterback next year. And then Michael Penix is 29 years old.
He's not that old, but he was older than your typical quarterback.
He's like 24.
I think they're just taking that tack that Green Bay took. And if they have to sit Penix 3 years, when he's ready, he'll be Jordan Love and he'll be ready.
Yeah.
And there's also this, and this is fair. I mean, Kirk Cousins one play from ripping an Achilles or tearing the other ACL, or right.
I just didn't like how it was handled, and
I didn't either.
And I don't like. Like Kirk, one of the main reasons Kirk Cousins left Minnesota,
so not
they
have
were
to deal
honest.
with that. Yeah.
And they said, hey, just so you know, we're looking at quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And we're going to be thinking about your replacement. Oh, okay. Well, I'm leaving. I'll go to Atlanta.
And now here are the Vikings who drafted a replacement and don't have him.
Yeah.
And it'd be Kirk Cousins right there in Minnesota, like it had been.
Jeez.
I'm just going to say this about.
Say it.
Do you think they arrange it beforehand or after? Or is there a press release? Is this put together by PR? Do they tell Jim Harbaugh and then Colin Kaepernick ultimately what to say, or how does this work?
What do you got?
Well, Jim Harbaugh says Colin Kaepernick would be a good coach on his team, be a quarterback coach. I mean, is this like I'm just wondering let me tell you the last thing in the world Colin Kaepernick can do.
Mm-hmm.
Go work a full-time job in the NFL as a coach for the Chargers. That sounds more ridiculous than Dan Marino becoming president of the Dolphins. Colin Kaepernick makes quarterback coach money in one speaking appearance. I don't trust Colin Kaepernick to grab the lunch pail and head down to the offices 365. So I'm just wondering, which way was this meant to paint the PR brush? Was it planned ahead of time, or is this just a freebie from Harbaugh?
Interesting.
Yeah.
One other note before we head off to break, I'll get your two guys' feelings about this, but MLB Network is officially announcing a new documentary, One of a Kind, the Greg Maddux story.
Oh, good.
Might be fun
That'd
to
be
watch.
Fun one, sure.
Can't wait for that.
Yeah. Just look at Greg Maddox. I'm looking at this picture of Greg Maddox like now. How in the heck was this guy one of the great pitchers of all time?
I listen, hey, gang, and Hick seen this, Gibby's seen it. A lot of people have seen it, but if you haven't seen it and you're new, search online the Greg Maddox pranking Chris Bryant.
Yeah.
It's terrific. He's just acting like he's just some grip on like a film crew, and Chris Bryant's batting practice pitcher doesn't show up, and so Maddox, playing this overweight, out of shape, scraggly camera operator. Maddox says, "Well, I pitched to my little league kid. I'll throw batting practice for you," and then he proceeds to throw nasty little cutters and sliders, and Bryant can't hit him. Spoiler alert.
Those are always good.
Gosh, it was funny.
Quarterbacks do that too.
My favorite is still the Jeff Gordon though. When he puts that car salesman in the car with him and takes off.
That was a good one.
Because you could tell that was real.
That was a good one.
That guy thought he was about to die.
Well, what are we doing here, buddy?
Those are funny.
I haven't watched this yet, but there is a little 2-minute video of Maddox and Barry Bonds going back and forth, and they're watching an iPad and showing a matchup between them. This has to be early 2000s, and they're talking to each other. This is what I was thinking when I was facing you. That's pretty cool. It's 2 minutes of Bonds and Maddox going through.
That may be in the documentary.
Yeah, it probably is.
That's probably a clip from
good
inside of there. Where is that on?
So I found it on X. It's
no, but where's the documentary?
MLB Network.
MLB Network.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good one. Baseball, the situation now. I mean, Hick, it is what it is. I just feel like, and especially with what we've just done to the Giants, where at the very least we're going to win 3 out of 4. I mean, it's just going to come down to the Mets and Braves for that last spot, buddy.
So.
I mean, that's where we're headed.
Oh, jeez.
There's just no, I can't, listen, I shouldn't say anything. The Braves had a 6-game lead in the wild card a minute ago, and, it didn't hold, but
these Padres and Diamondbacks are just on heaters, man.
And I don't care about catching them, right?
Yeah.
Would you rather face the Padres, the Diamondbacks, or the Brewers, honestly?
Yeah.
Because here's what's going to happen. The Padres, Diamondbacks got to play each other.
Yeah.
And so I'd rather be last and play Milwaukee, with all due respect to the Luncher and the Brew Crew. I'd rather play the Brewers than the Diamondbacks or the Padres.
Padres have lost 3 games since the All-Star break.
Well, they're each 9-1 in their last 10. But the point is, the Braves suddenly have won. But this is a devastating series for the Giants, Hick. They were a game and a half back of Atlanta when the series started.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the Giants, if the Giants had done what the Braves had done, and by the way, they lost 2 of them in extra innings by a run. They got killed yesterday. But if the Giants had won 3 games in a row, they would be in the wild card lead. So this was just incredibly important for the Braves to just not lose 3 out of 4 and go in there and get a split. So to win these first 3 and the bats explode last night, we'll see. But it just, I can't see any way around the Mets and the Braves. I mean, the Mets are 2 back of Atlanta.
Yeah.
Atlanta's 4.5 ahead of the Giants, 4.5 ahead of the Reds, 4.5 ahead of the Cardinals. So that, I would, although again, I don't know what I'm saying. I mean, the Braves had massive leads in all of these, and getting Michael Harris back yesterday helps. What a return! He hit a grand slam.
Well, the Pirates fell on hard times here.
Yeah, they were in position too. They really were, and they've gone 0 and they've lost 10 in a row, haven't they?
Yeah.
10 straight losses, and they're 56 and 60.
10 straight losses.
They were 56 and 54, and probably within a couple of the wild card.
Yeah.
Wow, a 10-gamer, bro.
10 gamers. Arizona, San Diego, the Dodgers. Tough stretch.
Giants and Cardinals have lost 4 in a row. That they're trying to stay in the wild card hunt.
Oh boy.
The American League is also going to be tight. The Royals, can they hold off the Red Sox and the Mariners?
Yeah, we're down to 40 games left, so we're in the stretch run. All right, we'll take a break. We'll keep it rolling. This is a drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
This is your Duval Minute, brought to you by Lift Power, your turnkey solution for all warehouse needs.
I like to look at the perspective of the other team that we practiced against, and the Bucs media thought Tampa was not very good yesterday. The only area where they were good was with their defensive line against the Jags offensive line. But other than that, they weren't real happy with how Tampa performed yesterday. Todd Bowles said he watched most of the offense, so he had to go back and look at the defense. But they felt like the defense was poor yesterday, and that's good news for Jacksonville. The Jacksonville passing attack is getting better, and that's good news as well. Some of the younger guys are playing hard. That's good news as well. So a lot of good things happening with the Jags at the Bucs joint practice. That's a Duval Minute. minutes brought to you by Lift Power. Summer is here and the job market is hot. Lift Power looking for experienced lift, truck, and dock and door technicians in the Jacksonville area with benefits including a 401k and a company vehicle, paid training, and a sign-on bonus. Man, this offer is too good to pass up. Come see why Lift Power has been voted one of the best places to work for the past several years. Our rapidly growing business has proudly served the Jacksonville area more than 50 years. It screams stability, and we want you to be a part of our family. Man, Googans, don't let a great opportunity slip by. Learn more. Just visit liftpower.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
You have heard about the 1010XL YouTube channel. Now check out our team-specific channels, 1010XL Jaguars, 1010XL Gators, and 1010XL Seminoles, bringing up specific, up-to-the-minute video coverage of your favorite local team. And find us on YouTube today.
Hey, Hicken here, man, and the sun is out in Jacksonville, FLA, and that means it's hot, 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 and when you're hot outside, I mean, you better be taking care of your skin, right? That's what Doctors Boudreaux and Metz over at Beaches Dermatology want to stress to you. Take care of your skin. Floppy hats, long sleeve, dry fit, sunscreen. Take care of your skin. If you're going to the golf course, if you're going to a football game, right? We got those 1 o'clock games coming. Man, it stays hot in here all year round. You got to be careful with that. And by the way, you don't want to have to go see Dr. Fader for Mohs surgery, but if you do, he'll take great care of you as well. Here's the deal. If you see something, though, on your skin, I've been going there for decades, man. They do such a good job. And if you see something on your skin, you have a concern, just go to Beaches Dermatology. Online, give them a call at beachesdermatology.com.
I'm Frank Frangie with the Nimnik Nugget. You're going to love this Jaguars receiving core. The most physical receiving core they've had in a long time, if not ever. Brian Thomas Jr. and Gabe Davis joined Christian Kirk and Evan Ingram as big physical receivers, guys that can make yards after the run, that can go up and grab the ball, that are tough, that can outfight defensive backs for the ball. I love the receiving core. I really do, and you will too. I'm Frank Frangie for the Nimnik family of dealerships. Frank Frangie here, ready to experience used for you? You can with Car Bravo at Nimnik Buick GMC, Jacksonville's only Car Bravo certified dealer. Buying a certified used vehicle has never felt better. With Car Bravo, Nimnik Buick GMC can certify all makes and models, Honda, Toyota, Kia, Mazda, Ford, with promotional rates as low as 2.9% APR. Now is the time to shop certified used vehicles at Nimnik Buick GMC. Who gives you top dollar for your trade? Nobody but Nimnik. Shop online at Nimnik Buick GMC. GMC, we are professional grade.
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too, so know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like possession of marijuana and cocaine will land you in cuffs too, so know before you blow. In a boating under the influence case, you also have the option to blow or not to blow. So know your options. Know before you blow. Go to knowbeforeyouBlow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes, and summer's in full swing, and air conditioners are fully stressed. But do what I did and call the good folks at Fenwick Home Services to stay cool and comfortable all season long. Need a new AC? Fenwick has same-day estimates and next-day installations on energy-efficient systems. And your new system is backed by a warranty of up to 12 years. That's right, 12 years. Fenwick also offers same-day 24/7 service day or night, and their expert technicians will get the job done and get it done right the first time. Book online now at FenwickHomeservices.com.
Does the building you go to work in every day need a little love and attention? Jason Parker here with Performance Painting. Great companies take great care of the buildings their staff and customers walk into every day. If the building you're in doesn't match the vision you have for your company, we can help. Go to performance-painting.com. Our highly trained team makes the difference. Quality coatings applied with pride.
Performance Painting. All right, boys, get out your checklist and tell me which of these areas you'd like to be a little bit better in. Like to feel a little bit better. Muscle soreness, mental fatigue, physical fatigue, low sex drive, allergies, chronic pain. You want relief in any of those areas? It's there. It's waiting. It's a phone call away. Set up your first appointment with my Doc Paul Bousset at Integra Concierge Medicine. His incredible bioidentical hormone treatments are going to rock your world, dude. 619-3609. That's the number to Integra, 619-3609. You can also go to IntegraConciergeMedicine.com. But when you make an appointment, it'll be on appointment. You see, it's a concierge medicine. He's your doctor on demand. He runs on your schedule, not the other way around. Board-certified family physician, but so much more. A personalized, sensible, engaged approach. Unbelievable treatments are out there. You will feel better with Integra Concierge Medicine. Call today.
Hey everybody, Mike Dempsey here for Dandy Foods. Dandy subs and sandwiches. Look, we always want you to think about those great options as you're driving around Duval. But the beauty is, even as I'm dropping pounds, Dandy's got great options for me as well. Told you all about their protein packs, delicious salads that they have out there. They have fruit cups for on the go. You know what they have. Veggie snack trays. You can grab those on the go as well. Perfect, healthy snack. Dandy is the name to know when you're on the go. So stop into a Gate store anywhere around Duval and make yours a dandy, and do it today.
Get your golf weekend started early during Brunch with the Tour.
Here it comes.
Tour news, tips, and inside info.
Brought to you by Clearwater Irrigation.
Fantastic chef there.
Brunch provided by Chick-fil-A. Tuesday morning at 8:30 on 1010XL.
When all you have is a hammer, everything is a nail. I'm Dr. George Bari, and like me, I know you have been bombarded with PRP and stem cell treatments from companies that promise the world and charge prices to match. Or the surgeon that convinced you the only way to treat your injuries through surgery. At Bari Orthopedics, we offer the best PRP treatment on the market with prices that won't cost you an arm and a leg. We also have the expertise to treat your injury surgically, if that is what it entails. We can discuss all surgical and non-surgical options with you and make sure you get the best treatment available. Come see me, Dr. George Bari at Bari Orthopedics.
Googan Nation, it's Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here to tell you this is no dream. The folks at Dreamfinders Homes right now have an unbeatable interest rate for you. You may not think you can afford a Dreamfinders home. Well, think again. Take advantage of a 2.99% year one rate. I said it, 2.99%. 15 Jacksonville communities to choose from. Find that dream house and take advantage of an unbeatable rate. Move now, literally. Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Attention men and women. If you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Mike from Bay Meadows.
I finally found the most experienced company who could restore my hair. Now I have hair where I had none before.
Results guaranteed. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Find out why you're losing your hair and how to grow your hair back. Call 904-777-IHRS for a limited time free hair and scalp examination.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
Thank you, IHRS.
Thanks, IHRS, for giving me my hair back.
Hurry, this free examination, normally $199, is yours for free and good only through Sunday. For your free examination, call IHRS at 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Call now.
Prosser here for Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. Football season finally upon us, and with that comes cooler weather. If you've been wanting to upgrade your outdoor living space, you should call the experts at Lifetime Enclosures now. From glass lanais to screened-in enclosures, Lifetime Enclosures and Flooring is the best in the business, so give them a call today. Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. Showroom just off Phillips Highway. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
I just try to stay as confident as I can, so I tell myself that each and every day. But yeah, just going up against those guys, going up against Tyson and Ronald each and every day is even more of a confidence booster. Just going against those guys, they've been in the league for a while, and they've been good at their job. So just going up against them each and every day, getting better. So I would say, yeah.
Past games opening eyes, I did the same thing you did, Dan, and I went to the Tampa's side of the coverage.
Yes.
And they, almost unilaterally like, yeah, those Jags whipped our butt today for the most part. Bucs had some dropsies now.
That was Brian Thomas Jr., by the way.
Yeah, that's correct. The Jaguars rookie receiver who had a big touchdown catch yesterday would have had another one on a missed throw. And obviously we saw the play in the Kansas City game. And, yeah, we need this guy up and rolling and to be even more than a big play guy, right? I mean, 2 catches for 56 yards would make for a nice game day Sunday. But I think we're looking more 6 for 117. And we'll see. Maybe he can be that guy. I mean, he's getting open. That's step one. Beat guys and get open. He beat the Bucs yesterday and got open. He's been beating guys here and getting open. So, yeah, it's a real It's a real nice start. Now the other side, and it'll be interesting to talk to Tony about this on Monday, and that's the offensive line. Just how concerned should we be? I mean, should the Jaguars right now be looking for that guy who wants a deal?
Right.
And trading for him? And can they find him? They make these moves, and then they don't end up like you go get Ezra Cleveland. You go get they're not impact guys. Or they haven't been. Sheriff has not been an impact signing. He's just been a guy.
We have signed older.
Yeah.
I think Sheriff's had moments, but he hasn't been what he was in Washington.
He wasn't a Pro Bowler, right? Yeah. He's never like approached top 5 to 10 at his position.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
I don't think we have a top 10. We don't have a top 10 player at his position on our offensive line. That's a problem for contender.
Right. 100%. 100%. So it's not what we need. Well, what? In the history of the Jags, and we've been here this is our 30th season with the Jags, and we've seen all 30. I was asked this question last night, and it was an interesting question. What was your greatest joy-filled moment
in Jags history?
Yeah.
Well, it's just
in terms of the game,
really super easy.
Is it
to me? Like the number one is so far ahead of everyone else.
Uh-huh.
Although I say that, and what led to number one was also just unbelievable. To me, the top two without competition are the Morton Anderson miss and the Broncos win.
Yeah.
Those are the two.
That's
to me.
Yeah.
That nothing even close. There have been some other good ones. There's some other exciting ones.
That's fair.
But to me, those are the two by a mile most exciting, biggest Jaguar on-field moments.
Chargers playoff game?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Not that though.
Not that.
Not those other two. Not to me.
That's fair.
Now
I was asked you.
There's plenty.
It's your opinion.
That was also 28 years ago. There's people listening, don't even know the game, didn't see the game I'm talking about.
Sure.
I am okay establishing 2022 Chargers as the game.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. That should be a lot of people's answer. And by the way, and this is my anti-recency bias maybe. The other has had a long time to grow.
The juxtaposition of 2022 and 2023 will always strike me. I mean, we have said this, that you could not go if 2022 didn't make you a Jag fan, nothing ever will. I'm talking about the second half of the season. I'm talking about Raiders and Ravens, Cowboys and Titans here on Saturday night, and that whole run where you're pulling games out when you're down 17 points and just coming back and just
the place is electric. It's going crazy. You feel you've made the transition to when the game gets close, you feel like you're going to do what it takes to win rather than do what it takes to lose.
And then for the way that 23 flipped on a dime and gave us the Bengals and the Niners and, loss after loss, and the Browns and the interceptions and the fumbles and then losing the division. The exact opposite is just mind-blowing to me how that could happen. It was the highest of highs and the lowest of lows. 8-3, you're in the playoffs.
And the year before was the opposite.
That's what I just said. I know.
It's like if you take the first half of 22 and the last half of 23, you have a team picking in the top 5.
Yeah.
If you take the second half of 22 and the first half of 23, you have a number 1 seed.
It's amazing.
That's how different it is. And the only thing that really just screams anything different is the quarterback injury.
Yeah. It was just.
I mean, that's the only really unovercomable. Factor. They try as they might, and it's why they traded for Mac Jones. If they get in a situation, they're not going to let Trevor force his way into the lineup. They're going to put a guy out there they think they can win games with, rather than just hold the position, which is kind of what you felt like they felt about Beathard.
I don't, NASCAR doesn't usually jump into our conversation a lot, but I am interested in this not allowing Austin Dillon. And not allowing
not giving his playoff points
to put him in the playoffs too. Yeah, I mean, like you got to get a win. You win, you qualify.
You in. Yeah,
and
he's not in. Otherwise,
he's not in.
How many more are left? We only have a couple. Don't we?
So that is a severe penalty, and yet they only fine Joey Logano $50,000 for
trying to run over his family.
Trying to run over Austin Dillon's family.
Scaring his family.
Which, look,
it wasn't trying to run over him.
But if you look at, listen, again, I go back to Tony Stewart, who did the same thing and ran over a guy.
Yeah.
And killed him. So it could have been hugely dangerous. And so it's fascinating to me how that occurred in the world of NASCAR. And for those who don't know, Austin Dillon wrecked Logano and Denny Hamlin. I mean, he wrecked him on the last lap. But it's like I said, I've seen it happen countless times in NASCAR, and so have you, in watching races end. And it's weird that this is the one where they go to section 12-3-2-1-B, and that rule says, as determined in the sole discretion of NASCAR. That's how it ends.
I wonder, listen, I believe that this is there's some politics involved here. I'm not in the NASCAR,
right.
Silly circle. I don't know what the gossip and the rumors and the relationships are, but this is definitely weird because we've seen rough and tumble finishes on NASCAR
Austin
all
Dillon
the time.
is a journeyman. He's not a star.
He was a young guy at one point.
Yeah, but he's not anymore. He was 32nd in Cup Series standings. Yeah. 32nd. His win put him in 13th on the provisional playoff grid. So that's a big deal. But so he's not in the.
And he's not going to win again this year.
He's not the in crowd, right?
They basically said, hey, you don't get to wreck two people to make it into the playoffs. You're not good enough. That's basically what they're saying.
That's kind of what it seems
This is a fluke. You're not good enough. Sorry. But when the Daytona no-name wins because the whole field wrecks, they don't say anything.
See, we know the name because he's in the three car.
Yeah. I've known Austin Dillon's name, I think he won
a Daytona 500.
Yeah.
Dillon drove into his first Cup Series win in 68 races, 2 years, basically.
Yeah.
So that's –
yeah.
And the only way he did it was by running guys over.
I thought that was odd. I have a great Shazam spotlight.
Give it to me.
From the Olympic sports world when we come back on the other side.
No, I want it now.
No, I'm teasing it.
I want it now.
No, I'm giving it to you when we return.
I want
this
it
is
now.
worth it. What a cool gaming of the system we have from an Olympic athlete.
I'm not coming back. So
you'll
coming back. You'll share it for the other
and
people.
You'll come back, and we'll all come back together.
8:33, I'm leaving.
You're not leaving at 8:33.
I told you yesterday that I had to go.
You told me no such thing. You did tell me you were, quote, mailing it in, and to that I will not argue from what I've seen today.
No, I mailed it in yesterday.
I know. It's been terrible. It's becoming excruciating.
I disagree.
Well, the guy who mails it in would.
Mm-hmm.
It's a custom Tree Surgeons Thursday on 1010XL.
Shut up, Chip.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Mia here. Get it all when you shop Arlington Toyota Pre-Owned. Just listen to this. Over 275 SUVs, over 200 cars, over 100 pickups, over 50 luxury vehicles. That's over 600 vehicles, and they're all in one location. Arlington Pre-Owned even has 125 vehicles under $18,000. Plus, you get Arlington's 60-day exchange program and financing help from their Credit for Everyone program. Shop online anytime at arlingtontoyota.com.
Hey, Hicken here for my friends at Lockhart Construction. That's a long-time Jacksonville business started by Shane's dad. Shane's dad is guys, all Jacksonville guys taking care of people who live in Jacksonville, like the Hicken family, who they've helped numerous occasions. And you've heard me talk about Lockhart Construction, man. They do such a great job. If you have a remodel need, a construction idea, a thought, give Shane a call. He'll call you back. He's 994-3865. More on that in a second. But I'm telling you, they get the job done timely. They're fast. They get the job done. They're friendly folks. They're great. They're affordable. And they're clean. I mean, and they do great work. They really do. So I like to say the Lockhart family unlocks better living with Lockhart Construction. So as I said, give Shane a call. He'll call you back if you have a remodel idea. 994-3865. Shane Lockhart, Lockhart Construction, 994-3865.
Feeling the heat, Jacksonville? Cool down with Bold City Heating and Air. From repairs to energy-efficient installs, we do it all. Family-owned and trusted since 2016, we offer clear pricing, NATE-certified techs, and unbeatable service. Call Bold City Heating and Air today and experience the bold difference.
Bold City AC, keeping you cool. Bold City AC.
Visit boldcityac.com.
Smooth sailing and a smooth taste of Vida de Luis, an all-natural tequila made with volcanic spring water and aerated to provide a smoother finish. Go to VidaDeLuis.com and set a course for smooth living today.
Aren't you just happy when you can handle all your needs in one location? Well, introducing Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin. Whether it's home, life, business, or auto, Mandy covers it all. In fact, bundling policy is a great way to add extra savings. Mandy and her crew can do that. Allstate is offering lower auto insurance rates this year. Mandy can do that. You need to give Mandy Bowers a call in her Mandarin office, because when it comes to getting it all done under one roof, Mandy can do that.
This Date in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On August 15, 1990, first baseman Mark McGwire is the first to hit 30 home runs in each of his first 4 seasons.
Facing a DUI charge or even a boating under the influence charge? Well, I'm your man, DUI lawyer Malcolm Anthony at 285-4-LAW. 285-4-LAW. Once again, 285-4-LAW.
Hey, Jacksonville Koozies, it's me, Soccer Sam, for Salvatore's Pizza. Rochester, New York's favorite pizza is now open in Jacksonville, Florida, Tapestry Park at the Loft Hotel Plaza. Daily $10 deals, dine in with beer and wine, and delivery at salvatores.com. The famous Formoso family brings Salvatore's Pizza, Rochester's favorite pizza, including our 32-piece sheet pizza for your next event. Go with me, baby. Salvatores.com.
At the First Coast YMCA, you'll find much more than just a gym. We offer many ways to help you be active, reach weight loss goals, and find your inner strength while you connect with your community. Family memberships at the Y include unlimited group exercise classes, childcare while you work out, and youth sports participation. It's easy to join the Y and affordable for all. Plus, the Y is a great place to meet a new circle of friends. Visit the Y near you or online at fcymca.org.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwood Jewelers. Clayton, I've heard you talk about the quality philosophy of Underwood's. Just what is that?
Frank, simply stated, the Underwood quality philosophy is fine jewelry and gifts will bring customers back and create new customers through the endorsements given to Underwood's by our satisfied customers. However, it's our definition of quality that's really been the Underwood difference, because quality has to go beyond materials and craftsmanship and has to include things like design, how it's presented, our service, our integrity, a customer's experience in our store, and the satisfaction a customer feels when they've chosen a special gift from Underwood's. A person or a company earns a reputation over a long period of time. And in Underwood's, we know that you earn your reputation every day, because that good reputation can be lost in a matter of days if you're not committed to doing the right thing for the long term.
That's Underwood, serving excellence in North Florida since 1928 in San Marco, Avondale, or the shops of Ponte Vedra.
Tickets are on sale now for this year's Florida Forum Speaker Series, featuring former UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson, physician and author Deepak Chopra, and author of Bad Monkey and Hoot, Floridian novelist Carl Hiaasen. Funds raised are for Kids Care Mobile ICUs, neonatal and pediatric critical care transport vehicles. These vehicles and helicopters safely transport more than 2,000 infants and children a year to Wolfson Children's Hospital. Get your tickets now at thefloridaforum.com.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
The Jag defense gets a boost with Eric Armstead coming off the PUP list, ready to hit the field.
Definitely, want to continue my process of getting back out in practice, playing some football before get ready to go week 1.
Jag defensive coordinator Ryan Nielsen likes what Eric Armstead brings to the team.
Awesome guy, football guy. He's a really good person. 10-year career. You get that whole experience. It's invaluable.
JTA Game Day Express is back. Save gas and avoid parking hassles as the Jaguars take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this Saturday. Let them do the driving with multiple locations around town and passes starting at just $10 on the MyJTA app. To learn more, visit jtafla.com. That's your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update. I'm Sam Nelson.
10XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Yeah, solid day. You know, it's great work for us to go and see, you know, a different opponent, some different guys, different faces. So it's always fun work going against, you know, another team. And, yeah, no fights. This is probably the cleanest joint practice I've seen. So it was a good day.
That's Antoine Winfield, if you don't recognize the voice. He's one of the Bucs that came to town and got whooped around a little bit, apparently. Now, look, the offensive line, by some count, would have given up 5 or 6 sacks on Trevor.
Right.
You know, the rush offense got stuffed pretty good in 11-on-11s. Hicks hit it earlier. Put him in 7-on-7, spread him out like it's flag football, and the Jags were zipping along. Get the offensive line involved in the process, and it didn't seem to go as smooth. I think that might be the best way to describe it.
And that's a huge concern because the last time I checked, and I'm not positive, I think when we play on September 9th, it's 11-on-11. Is that correct?
It is, yes.
Okay.
And it's full speed and fully padded.
We don't have the option of saying, hey, guys, we're just doing 7-on-7 here?
That's correct. It also won't be in the Miller Electric Center. It'll be in Hard Rock Stadium. What are they these days? Jimmy? Yeah. Is it Hard Rock still?
Jimmy Buffett.
Who knows? I got a great Shazam spotlight
here.
Here.
Teased it.
I'm telling you,
it better
dude,
be good.
I wish I had known about this before.
It better be good.
This is the absolute best.
Wow.
This dude we liked.
Mm-hmm.
We referenced him. I don't remember the exact specifics of his name coming up.
Okay.
During the Olympiad. It was a glorious 3 weeks of international sports. I think we all enjoyed it. After that, you know, satanic opening ceremonies was unleashed. Remember Swedish pole vaulter Mondo Duplantis?
Mondo! I like Mondo. He went and kissed his model girlfriend, and he set a world record. He's LSU guy, but I was bothered by Mondo because he's American.
Okay.
And
he's got that that American ingenuity, that business spirit.
Not a boy, Mondo.
People may not be. The Shazam Spotlight, by the way, brought to you by ShazamAuto.com, the Murray Ford Superstore, Stark and Kingsland.
Mm-hmm.
This one's going to be worth it. You ready?
Talk to me.
Let me tell you what Mondo has found the glitch in this matrix.
Okay. Talk to me, Mondo.
And he has turned what is not, you know, normally a really high-paid, you know, sport into like, you know, a bonus baby, like he's just signed with the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Mondo won gold at the Olympics, set a new world record. He's also a genius. You see, major track meets, including the Olympics, offer athletes a $100,000 bonus if they break a world record at the event.
Okay.
Rather than shattering the world record and doing this, Duplantis opts to set the bar just 1 centimeter. That's the minimal amount possible above the current world record. He's broken the world record 9 times doing this and raked in $900,000 in bonuses.
Mondo!
I don't put it up another foot.
No.
Centimeter, cha-ching, $100,000, and then he'll, you know, if you hit it, break the world record, okay. I'm not going to break it again on my next jump. We're just going to stop there.
I like that.
Man, Mondo's made $1 million gaming the system. That's the Shazam Spotlight. Brought to you by ShazamAuto.com, the Murray Ford Superstore, Stark and Kingsland, and online at Shazam Auto.
There's more cash money for the amateur sports.
Yeah, right?
More cash money for the amateur sports. Boys who won the Olympics don't have very long off, do they?
No.
I mean, we got camps coming up here in like a month. NBA, I mean, is what I'm referring to. Is that correct?
Yeah, October. I mean,
Yeah.
September, October.
Just around the corner. So they'll be getting after it again here real quick.
How will Steph top the most pivotal shot in
how will he?
history?
How will he? Looking at the I always like the ceiling floor stories. You know,
Okay,
I gave you a Jag ceiling for me. I gave you was 10-7, 7-10. That's my area where I think the Jags will finish. Right?
Yeah, and I'm a little.
You're a little higher.
Yeah.
A little more optimistic. So I'm looking at let's get the Jags first. Let's bust it down here to the south. The ceiling for the Texans, 12-5. The floor, 7-10. Health up front could be pivotal. Laramie Tunsil hasn't practiced all camp. Tunsil's veteran presence helps anchor the youth. Rookie Blake Fisher would replace him. Colts, 11-6, 6-11. Biggest X factor, Jonathan Taylor's performance. I think the biggest X factor is Anthony Richardson's health.
That's fair.
But
I mean,
I get it.
We kind of know what Jonathan Taylor is.
Yeah. Jacksonville Jaguars.
What is the X factor how are they characterizing Taylor's X factor?
I just say it. Taylor has been slowed by injuries the past 2 seasons, but when healthy, the running back's one of the most dangerous playmakers in the NFL.
That seems they got to do better than that. Only because Taylor got healthy for the second half last year and he was terrific. He became hard. He became a problem again.
D-Rock 11-6, 6-11. So he's one game better than me.
I can't go 6-11. 11-6. I'm there.
He's 100% right on the X factor. Offensive line improvement. 4 of the 5 starters from last season's offensive line, which ranked 29th in pass block win rate, 28th in run block win rate, are back. All 4 suffered injuries last season. Jags are banking on them being healthier, much improved unit, with the addition of center Mitch Morse also helping. If not, it'll be a struggle to run the ball and have any consistent success. Here's the question that I would pose to you, though, as Danny Downer steps in. He says, much improved unit. He's got the only guy who really will probably show improvement is Anton Harrison because he's going year 1 to year 2. Brandon Sheriff's been playing a long time.
The
Ezra
position of
Cleveland's been playing a long time. Cam Robinson's been playing a long time. They are what they are.
But the position of center, the position will be improved. It's a different guy.
Mm-hmm.
Center. And you could argue the position of left guard will be improved. It's a different guy.
He was here last year.
Played some. Not very much.
He didn't play a lot.
But early returns, we're not seeing some sort of cohesive mauling unit. It's got to be, if the offensive line is what we've seen in the first half of the first quarter against the Chiefs and in yesterday's workout with the Bucs, it's not good enough. I'll say that. If that's what it is. Now, certainly it'd be foolish to think that what we see right now is exactly what we're going to see. But if it is, we're screwed. It's not good enough.
The Tennessee Titans have the exact same X factor, offensive line improvement. And then it's interesting. They drafted.
Their receivers are sketch.
They drafted J.C. Latham in the first round. And they added center Lloyd Cushenberry.
So they try to get better there.
Well,
harder than we did.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see how their offensive line performs versus our offensive line. So anyway, their floor, though, is 4-13. Now I'm looking in a lot of the floors.
I mean, 6-11 for the Jags, Dan, has to be an absolute injury. That's if Trevor Lawrence quarterback 17 games, they will not win 6 games. I'm a little disappointed in D-Rock.
Oh.
There's no world. If Trevor Lawrence plays all 17, they're not winning 6. No way.
Okay. I wonder who has the biggest, disparity.
Yeah. Well, 11-6, 6-11 is a pretty big one.
That's 5.
What was the ceiling for the...
The Bills have a 6
what was the Titans
disparity.
What was the
Dolphins have a 5 disparity. Here's a... no. New England's 7-10 to 3-14. It's mostly 5 games is what they're doing, is what I'm seeing here. Mostly 5-game disparity. Almost all of them are 5, maybe 6. I haven't seen anything... and they probably... What about the Chiefs? What would you think the Chiefs would be?
I'd say their ceiling is 14-3, and they're 10-9 or 9-8.
13-4 and 9-8. Wide receiver play is their X factor.
Yeah, especially with injuries.
Their wide receiver play was not great last year, and they won a Super Bowl.
And for a wide receiving core that's not great, again, their rookie caught 87 balls. This characterization of the wide receiver quote wasn't great. Okay, well,
let me go.
87's a lot.
Let me go cue up the Marquez Valdez-Scantling, and let me also point out that when you have Patrick Mahomes and you're throwing the ball, X amount of times, somebody's going to catch 87 balls, whether they're good or not. Matt Jones caught 87 balls here. Reggie Williams
Matt Jones never caught 87
balls. He damn sure did.
No way. He's just gone overboard.
Why you call me out like
Who would do this? No way he caught 87. What, he catch 70 maybe?
No, 65 maybe.
Yeah, 65. Not quite 87.
Only 22 less.
That's a significant amount.
His last year, he caught 65.
Reggie Williams caught 87 balls.
No, he caught about 40.
He did.
In 87, by the way, it was only 79 here. So there, you feel better?
Rashee
79
Rice.
for Rashee Rice. That's correct.
So you lied, and then I came back with another lie.
No, I was way close and valid, and you were being silly and contentious.
What was the kid? Mike Sims Walker caught 87 balls.
Never caught 87 balls.
No. Didn't catch 87 balls.
No. Golly, Dan, I don't know. The list of guys that have caught 87 balls in Jacksonville is like too deep. At the receiver position.
63 balls for Mike Sims.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no. I wonder,
Mike Thomas caught 87 balls for sure.
Maybe 37 one year.
Justin Blackmon at 64.
64. That's not 87.
No.
Evan Ingram, but let's just do receivers. You got Jimmy. I don't know if Keenan got to 87. I don't. Keenan may not have 87 in a year.
Maybe
That's
not.
hard to get to 87. So
yeah. Allen Robinson caught 80.
No, Keenan
it's
definitely
not 87.
Keenan had 94 one year.
Keenan had 94.
In 2000.
Okay. Is that
Christian Kirk had 84.
Is that the only time? That's not 87. That's the
No,
only time. Keenan did it one time.
No, Keenan did back-to-back,
Okay.
93 and 01.
Nice. Way to go, Keenan.
No.
Where's he
Back off
coaching these days?
Vikings.
Still?
Yeah.
For Keenan.
It's not good.
Well,
it's not good for the Jags.
Many
Anyway,
people wanted him here.
I love Keenan. Good dude. Just looking again. 5 games seems to be the ceiling and the floor comparison here. And I guess really when you're doing the floor, it's the one thing you're dealing with is injuries. I mean, that's it. I mean, if like the Falcons ceiling 12-5.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
You think Carolina could win 8 games in any way, shape, or form? Carolina Panthers 8-9 ceiling?
No,
I don't either.
There's no way.
What do they have? What did Carolina do to improve? They got Deontay Johnson from Pittsburgh, who's a guy. They drafted Xavier Leggett. Anything else?
Who?
Carolina. Who's Carolina got?
They did. They added a receiver. It's nothing special, but it's
Deontay Johnson.
That's it. Yeah, Deontay Johnson.
Yeah. Xavier Leggett.
Who's hurt. Yeah, he banged up a little bit. They got Jadeveon Clowney.
Okay, well.
Brought him home.
He's fine. I mean, but
hometown area.
I don't know. Yeah, Derek Brown's their best player. I don't see a lot here. J.C. Horn. I don't see a lot from Carolina this year. I don't see how they're going to get to 8. Well, Bryce Young has got to be better than he was last year, and he's a little guy, and it's not a little guy's league. He's another one of those little guys, slight guys, man. It's tough in the NFL.
Still got Adam Thielen hanging on.
Yeah,
Thielen's good, but I mean, it is what
he caught 87 balls.
They don't look like he didn't catch 87.
He didn't catch 87 balls.
Not for the Panthers. He didn't.
You sure?
Yeah, I don't know if Bryce Young had 87 completions.
Yeah, he caught 103 balls. So
he did.
That's it.
Last year he did.
Yes. 103.
Like I said, he didn't
Gotta
catch.
throw to somebody.
Like I said, he didn't catch 83 balls.
Damn it, man.
Nailed it again. Caught 103. That's nowhere near 83. This is the drill.
What's happening
Customs
here?
Resurgence Thursday on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
The drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Taking care of business.
Taking care of business.
And business is good. 1010XL.
Taking care of business every day.
Hey, gang, Hicken here for Zero Res. Now it's hot outside. Many of us staying inside or going to the pool, or my friends at Zero Res are heating things up. As you know, Zero Res does a great job of cleaning carpets and rugs, but they also clean the luxury vinyl planking. We like to call that the LVP, the tile and grout, the fine stone, and hardwood floors. And right now, get the hottest price of the year. Are you ready? 25% off all hardwood cleaning. All the hard floor cleaning. That's 25% off the tile, the LVP, the fine stone, and the hardwood floors. Zero Res! You spell it forward, you spell it backwards. Zero Res. It's the right way to clean.
Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. And I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Tropic Fan Fest is on at Tropical Smoothie Cafe. You know what that means. Free smoothies for Tropic Rewards members all week. Monday, free smoothie. Tuesday, free smoothie. Wednesday, another one. Thursday, another one. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you guessed it, more free smoothies with bowl or food purchase. Don't miss a day. Download our app and join Tropic Rewards to get in on the fun. Tropic Fan Fest is now through August 18th at Tropical Smoothie Cafe. Terms and conditions apply.
Brackish Vodka, the official vodka of UNF Athletics, 100% made in Jacksonville, is available at all local liquor stores. Visit Browdy's, Total Wine, ABC, Shores, Golden, Sahara's, Golden Ox, and more. Drink our gluten-free San Francisco Spirit award-winning vodka and see why it's the smoothest vodka you can buy. When you drink Brackish Vodka, you support all of our local employees and all the money stays in Jacksonville. Drink Brackish Vodka and live life slightly salty. Proud partner of the Jaguars.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? If you have questions, call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
Home of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Hi, I'm Mac with Baker Glass. Are you tired of wrestling with your old shower curtain? Then say goodbye to the curtain chaos and hello to a new frameless shower enclosure. Wago Glass is clear, classy, and won't stick to you like a toddler at bedtime. Plus, it makes your bathroom look bigger and brighter. Upgrade your shower experience and step into style. Call me at Baker Glass and get ready to love your new glass shower enclosure. Baker Glass, no one treats you better.
Lauren Brooks here. Circa Resort and Casino has an incredible all-in package for Duval in December. For only $500 tax and resort fee included, get a 3-night stay at Circa, $200 food and beverage credit, plus a day bed at Stadium Swim. With 6 temperature-controlled pools and a massive screen, it's the world's largest hot tub party. Join us Heels Friday night for a Jacksonville pep rally with specials and giveaways. To book the Jacksonville Game Day Getaway and join the Heels in Vegas, visit circalasvegas.com today.
This is David Lane. After suffering through several painful injuries to my shoulder, back, and knees, I've taken my issues to Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, and without fail, they've been a tremendous help towards solving my problems. If you have any orthopedic situations, don't procrastinate. Take action today. Give those aches and pains to the pros at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. You'll be glad you did.
Relieve pain and get back to life. SOS. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Need protection? Call Craig and Christine Kaprosky at Goosehead Insurance. The Kaproskys are a husband-wife team committed to finding you the right coverage at the right price in just a few short minutes. For home, auto, flood, or specialty insurance, Craig and Christine Kaprosky are the answer. Craig.Kaprosky at goosehead.com.
Your shrimp in the bag.
Jumbo Shrimp Baseball presented by FAS is home at 1-to-1 Financial Ballpark. It's Coors Light Thirsty Thursday tonight, and then tomorrow it's a doubleheader starting at 5:05 on Red Shirt Friday with fireworks presented by Boeing. The week ends with Baptist Health Sunday Family Fun Day. JackShrimp.com for tickets. Jumbo Shrimp Baseball. Affordable family fun.
Prosser here. I've been telling you for years about Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. Football season finally upon us. Imagine watching your favorite team in your new Lifetime Man Cave, family hangout, or Lifetime's version of a she shed. And now Lifetime is expanding their replacement window division. Make your home energy efficient with their Energy Star-rated windows. Enclosures, flooring, and windows to fit any and all budgets. Visit the showroom just off Phillips Highway. Proud partners of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Let Lifetime be your home team.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Baker Glass. Florida QB Graham Mertz commented during the fall camp on the improvement of the team's offensive line.
I think we brought in some great pieces. I mean, you think about the guys we added in from the portal, a couple of young bucks stepping up into that role.
Knowles defensive and special team coach John Papuchis, a.k.a. Coach JP, likes what he sees with the return of Marvin Jones Jr.
I don't really see any drop-off. I don't see any nag to any injury with him. He's playing fast. He's playing hard. I like what I see out of Marvin to this point.
Edward Waters University football brings Devin Wilson as their wide receiver coach and T. Mitchell in as their safety defensive pass game coordinator for the university's football program. T. Mitchell is a native of Jacksonville, Florida. At your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, I'm Sam Nelson.
82 degrees at 9 o'clock. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Yeah, this is, right now I feel the best I've ever felt. Being 6 years into the league, and we just got better all around me as well. But now it's more team, more championship feel, more bring everybody in. And once everybody in, hold this standard to a high standard. And if I can be willing to do that and bring everybody along, man, we're going to be hunting for days.
That is Josh Hines Allen on the Jaguars defense. And, listen, they probably talked about 28 defenses in the NFL right now. They'll tell you they're good enough to go to the Super Bowl. We shall see day 2 of the workouts a little bit later this morning. And as always, 1010's coverage, gavel to gavel. Let's turn our attention to college football here for just a second. I see that
Let's do it.
ESPN has ranked the top 100 players before this season starts. So let's, first of all, let's get some sort of guesstimate on FSU and Florida and their potential presence in this. I know we don't know the FSU roster as inside and out as maybe the Gator roster. Do you think a Florida player will be in the top 100? Is there a Florida player that deserves to be in the top 100?
I'm going to say probably not.
Yeah. FSU players in the top 100. Peyton on the D-line, right? Maybe one of those corners. A couple of good corners, maybe both of them.
I don't know.
Thomas and I'm having a blank. Thomas has one like Azariah, I think.
There'll be a former Gator in there.
Chief Borders.
No.
Princely U.
ETN.
Princely U will be in there too.
I don't know if Princely U.
Yeah, I think he will. Let's go.
All right.
Number 100. Spoiler, I'll go ahead and tell you because I looked already. The Gators don't have a top 100 player. That is just disgusting, dude.
Mm-hmm.
How far back you got to go pre-Napier? I'm not saying it's his fault and not have a top 100 player.
I don't know.
Charlie Pell? Here is FSU junior cornerback, number 100. Azariah Thomas.
I don't know anything about it.
Let's see. I'm going to stop on guys I know. We got Alabama. Miami tackle. Mm-hmm. Let's just do this. Just keep up with the numbers for me. I got one for FSU. I got one for Miami.
Okay.
And we'll do Georgia.
Oh, boy.
Here's the Kansas State quarterback, Avery Johnson. I keep seeing him ranked better than Graham Mertz. Don't get it. But we'll see. And Tennessee's quarterback, man, he certainly has a high ceiling according to everyone. Hope he lives up to it. Not.
What's he at?
He's at 92. USC quarterback Miller Moss is 91. I mean, what does Graham Mertz got to do to get a little bit of love?
Maybe he's on there.
Quincy, let's see, keep going down. I mean, Old Dominion has a player in the top 100. Florida, not so much.
Oh, boy.
Here's Virginia Tech. Here's SMU. Their cornerback, Preston Stone, makes the list.
Stone.
Isaiah Bond from Alabama to Texas. He's in the top 100 anyway. All right. I'm just going to keep scrolling. ETN, number 83. Nice.
That's Georgia.
Yeah, Georgia, correct.
So you have FSU,
1-1
Miami,
so far.
and Georgia.
Yeah, I got one of each. Still going down, and golly, man, here's the Liberty's guy. Liberty's got a quarterback.
Liberty.
Kadon Salter. They got all kinds of programs with multiples here. Here's another Georgia. Jalen Walker, linebacker.
That's 2.
Here's another Miami player.
That's 2.
Xavier Restrepo, really? He's a top 100 player? He's better than Trey Wilson?
Probably got better numbers, but yeah, he's...
Huh?
He probably has better numbers.
That's about a big year, huh? 85 catches, 1,000 yards, huh? All right, continue. That's another Miami player, though. We'll continue along down. Princely, by the way, is 61, so there's 2.
Princely is?
Got a sort of pollen issue here in studio. Princely U is 61. Continuing here along.
There's another Gator. There's 3 former Gators now.
What's the other one?
Antoine Powell-Ryland.
Jeez.
Virginia Tech.
Yeah, we're not doing a good job of player retention here is what I take out of that there. The player retention skills are low right now. Here's another Miami player.
That's 3.
Damian Martinez, the running back. Here is Patrick Payton, we said, from FSU. Here is another Miami Hurricane.
It's 4.
Defensive end, Reuben Bain Jr.
He's good.
That's 4 from the top 100 for the old Canes. Canes over here, whoosh, whoosh.
We're screwed.
And let's see, keep going down
We need
here.
to get out of this
down
thing.
to the 30s. I can't see any more Miami players. We got issues here. Here's Michael Williams. That's Georgia.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
We're down to the 22, 21. Big time players now are showing up. Here's Tate Ratledge, Georgia. He's an O lineman.
Oh, boy.
That's about 4 or 5 for them, I believe.
16, 18.
FSU's going to stand pat with 2. Here's Malachi Starks for Georgia. There's another one. Safety. He's number 10.
Yeah, you got Beck coming up somewhere.
Yeah, Beck's number 7. There's another one for Georgia, top 100 players. It's kind of like the recruiting, top 300. Who do you think the number 1 player is? That's it for Florida State and Miami. Who do you think the number 1 player is, according to ESPN? Number 1 player. By the way, 4 of the top 5 players, defenders.
Oh. They love the Pierce kid from Tennessee.
It is. Tennessee's James Pierce Jr. is number 1, 9.5 sacks last year. Number 2 is Mason Graham. You know who that is. That's a kid from Michigan who was so good. Number 3 is Travis Hunter. Seems a little high to me.
Yeah.
But it is Travis Hunter, number 3. Number 4 is another Michigan player, cornerback Will Johnson.
Yeah, I like him.
You want to guess who the first offensive player is?
Well, my son...
It's SEC player.
Oh, okay. So that's not right. My son told me that on the college football game that the Oklahoma State running back can't tackle him. Ollie Gordon.
Cops got him one night this offseason, but yeah.
Yeah.
Ollie got a little DUI. I don't know.
Yeah.
You were
the number 1 offensive player is not Beck?
SEC. Last year he was 15 going in. This year he's 5. Doesn't feel like he has lived up to that, but I assume he has, and his team's gotten much better. I don't know if we pin that improvement on him. That's a good question. That's a good one, not him.
Not the O lineman from LSU?
It's a receiver.
Oh, Luther Burden.
Luther Burden.
Ticky's boy.
86 for 12, 12, and 9 touchdowns last year.
They love him.
Had a dynamic freshman year, and then last year's second team. I thought Burden was bigger than he is. He's only 5'11". I thought he was taller, lankier guy.
He's about 6'8" when he caught that 4th and 18 pitch throw. Oof is right.
3rd national yards after the catch. Oof. I think Trey Wilson is the only Florida player that I would say is underserved on this. Maybe Montrell Johnson. You might could give him a little love, but he's not super explosive. So we shall see. But we stopped keeping up with Georgia. It looked like 6 or 7 though of the top 100. Yeah. FSU only 2, Miami a bunch. It shows you why.
Does that surprise you with Miami a bunch?
It doesn't. Miami's had players. They just have not executed and performed and won. Look, last year could have been an 8-4 year and a big step up. They gave the Georgia Tech game away. I can't get over the coach literally being so terrible that he took a game that was impossible to lose and he lost it. I can't come back from that. If a coach takes a game that is literally impossible to lose,
what are you talking about?
Miami.
Oh.
The Georgia Tech game.
Yeah.
The game was impossible to lose.
Yeah.
Take a knee. You can't fumble. Nothing can happen.
That was bad.
It's literally impossible to lose, and you lost it. And I can't. So because of that, I think that Miami will always be, at the very least, one game worse than whatever you said their ceiling was. Because your coach is capable of losing a game that is literally impossible to lose.
Yeah, that was bad.
And by the way, he's done it twice in his career. It's not a joke. It's not an urban legend. At Oregon, he had the exact same scenario, and for the exact same reason, trying to get a guy a milestone amount of yardage or mark, he did the same thing and turned it over and lost the game and didn't even learn.
It's interesting. He doesn't get near the flat, because Miami is not as well up here anyway, and it's down there too. I mean, it is what it is, but you can get away with stuff like that more at Miami than if that had happened in Florida. I don't know. I don't know if you survive that.
Yeah.
If you're a head coach, and he had some bad moments last year. Florida's guy. So
yeah, he definitely did. I don't know. I think you can. It's not. It's worse, but it's not. It's along the. It rides to work. It carpools to work with putting 2 guys on the field with the same number. It really does. Going for it, when running the ball when all you had to do was take a knee and win the game. Rides in the carpool lane with two guys with the same number on the field.
Yeah.
It's that basic, So they're to that end, I'd say it would be similar.
Yeah, I would agree with you. And so, Miami and Florida open Aug 31 as we continue to get closer and closer to that game. 2 weeks from Saturday. FSU goes a week from Saturday now, and we're off and running. Chris Doring will join us starting next week. And college football coverage will heat up around here, so it'll be pretty fun.
Am I allowed to wear my Georgia Tech hat next Friday? Will you welcome it that day?
You asking me for permission?
No, I'm not asking you for permission.
I'm like you're asking me for permission.
No, I'm doing it very sarcastically. That was like a triple down on don't care what you think. I was just saying, would that be a scenario which you would find more acceptable? Now I'm going to wear it every day.
You do what you do. You don't listen to me anyway.
Yeah.
If you listen to me, you'd be in a much better situation with your life than you are right now.
You wouldn't wear a shirt that said Harvard on it either. I mean, to each his own.
I never have worn a shirt that said Harvard in my life. It said Yale. It said Yale is what it said. The baseball situation, Aaron Judge, 300th home run of his career, fastest to 300 in Major League history. I mean, that says something. I mean, how many home runs does Aaron Judge finish with when all is said and done? Does he get to 600? Does he get to 700? What do you think?
600 for sure.
Mm-hmm. Another 300?
Yeah, I think so.
Mm-hmm. A big man. Gosh, he's a big dude.
If you walk the guy in front of him to get to him, he will get 700.
That's true. That's probably not the best thing in the world. Aaron Judge. How old is Aaron Judge?
32.
32?
Yep.
So let's figure if he had 6 more years of if he goes 6 years of 40 home runs a year, and that's saying something, by the way. He's hit 43, 30s. Yeah, 240, that gets you to 540. He's going to hit 500 home runs, I would say, but 600 is still a reach. It's amazing how the home runs in Major League Baseball.
Well, they should be in reach. The way they juice these things, guys hit it further than ever.
Yeah.
Heck, when we were young, man, if a guy hit a 400-foot homer, it caught your eye. Every night, it's like now you'll see a guy hit one, and you're like, God, it's only 415.
Give me some pop quiz music here, Gibby. And Jeff, I want you to tell me the top 10 home run hitters of all time.
Okay.
And do you think you'll get it?
No.
No?
No, because there's been too much shuffling at the top.
I
don't know. But I'll give it a try.
Yeah. Give it the old college try. See what you got.
Is that ye old or you're old?
And you ought to be able to throw me some
numbers?
Numbers, too.
Golly, dude.
Yeah.
All right, well, it's Bonds, and he's like 770, isn't he?
You don't know the number?
I don't know the number. 783, 772, what is it?
762.
God, just barely beat Hanks. I know Aaron, 755, and I know
755, 714.
And Ruth's still third?
He is.
Pujols got to 700. Is he next?
He did?
Didn't he?
Did he?
I think he did, yeah.
Yeah, he did. It doesn't stick out to me.
Yeah, I do. I remember that.
You know his number?
It's not 704?
703. It's your top 4.
Okay. Okay, we get these guys now.
We don't really look at these anymore like we used to.
No, because there were like 6 guys that had 500 home runs when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Now there's 30. They've cheapened that number for sure. Now we get into all these like high six guys. Is it still Willie Mays next at 660?
No.
Does he have 660?
Yes.
So another
He's
one.
6th, by the way.
So I'm missing 2 between.
No, one guy.
1
5.
between Pujols and him.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be it's not Tomei.
Nope.
No, he's 8th.
Yeah, I got another top 10 though. Let's keep that alive without missing one yet. A-Rod?
A-Rod is 5th.
What does he have?
696.
Wow, almost 700.
Yeah.
He was just so unlikable that I don't remember him having those numbers.
He had a lot of 50s in there.
I know.
Texas
700?
Cheater.
They're not putting him in, are they? Does he get in?
Not now. He will eventually.
Why? I mean, he's on the. Has it been?
He's one of the worst ever.
But he's been available for a while, right?
He's been available.
Eligible.
Bonds, Aaron Ruth, Pujols, Rodriguez, Mays. You need 7, 9, and 10. 7, 9, and 10. You got Tomei, who's 8th.
And what was Tomei's number?
612.
Golly, those are the 600 guys, man.
2 more 600 guys.
2 more 600. Sosa.
Sosa's 609. He's 9th.
No cheater.
Another cheater. McGuire didn't make it. He's 583.
Yeah, I knew he was 583.
You did?
Yeah, I did. I remember that number.
I don't remember that number.
I remember because it was.
That's fun.
I just saw something with McGuire is the reason I even know that number. What? All right. So 10 is. What numbers am I missing? How many? 7, 9, 10?
No. You're missing 7. 9 and 10.
Okay.
No, you got 9.
You got 9.
Yeah, 7 and 10.
7 and 10 is all I'm missing.
Yep.
Told you.
What was 9 again? And that was Tomei?
9 was Sosa.
Sosa was 606, 609.
Yep.
So 10 has 600 home runs?
No.
No, he doesn't. Okay, so it's above McGuire. But in between, Griffey?
Griffey is 7. He's 630.
Okay. Ooh,
One more.
I'm going to get it. One more.
Leading active home run hitter, by the way, Giancarlo Stanton.
Am I going
422.
Can I go old? Am I going back old school now? Am I getting an old timer?
Yep.
Yeah.
I am, number 10. And so of all those old time home run hitters, I guess it would be Gehrig.
Oh, so close. Frank Robinson.
I was going to say him. I didn't think he got to 6.
Yeah, he didn't.
I thought you said he had 6 numbers. Okay, never mind.
All wrong.
Okay, all right.
You can go back and play.
I don't need the smugness. I just was saying that I thought something different. Where are we at here? Are we over?
We're breaking.
I'm leaving.
Lou Gehrig, 493.
That's it, huh?
Yeah.
Just reaching at that point.
29th all time, just ahead of the crime dog.
I got 9 out of 10.
Tied with the crime dog.
That's an A. They sent home an A.
A 90. Some schools, a 90 gets you a B+ now. It's crazy. This is the drill on 1010XL 92.5.
We'll get you into Florida. I know that.
Oh, way.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. The station that's not afraid to trade a little paint.
Oh, look out.
This Sunday at Michigan International Speedway. Brought to you by the Plumbers and Pipefitters Local Union 234. From Jacksonville's NASCAR station, 1010XL.
At Hodges Mazda, we are proud of our solid reputation in the Jacksonville community. Lauren Brooks here. As your hometown Mazda dealer, our high customer service standards and our huge inventory of new and used cars provide our customers a consistently first-rate car buying experience. Our professional non-commissioned sales team puts your best interest first without exception. And every vehicle purchased from Hodges Mazda comes with 2 years free maintenance. Visit Hodges Mazda today or shop online at HodgesMazda.com and discover the Hodges Mazda difference.
Is your favorite team tanking? Not good. Are your mortgage rates tanking? Awesome. Great news, homeowners. Mortgage rates are lower and lower and lower, especially with my friends at Loan Pronto who have rates now that start with a 4. It's the best rate in years, so if your current rate is over 6%, you can dump it, lower your house payment, and lower it big time. Loan Pronto has locked in folks recently at 4.99% APR. So whether you got your loan last week, last month, or last year, it's time to call Loan Pronto. Even if you're in the process with another lender, stop now and call Loan Pronto, get that second opinion, and find out how much you could save. Ask about their zero-cost rate reduction home loan. You can lock in a lower rate with no closing costs in a matter of days with almost no paperwork and usually no appraisal. Go ahead, act now, even skip your next 2 house payments. How's it sound? Call now. Loan Pronto can give you a rate quote in minutes with no hard credit pull. 904-999-1508.
Jags fans, a new Everbank Performance account could be your ticket to London this October. Through the Everbank London Getaway, one lucky winner and a guest will receive round-trip airfare, hotel accommodations, and a pair of tickets to see the Jags play in London. To learn more and for official rules, visit everbank.com/London. No person necessary to enter or win. Open legal residence in 50 United States and D.C. 18 or older. Entry period for the Everbank London Getaway Suites is from 8/5/24 to 9/5/24. To enter and for official rules, alternate method of entry, prize description, odds of winning, and other details, visit everbank.com/London. Sponsor and administrator, Everbank N.A.
Integrity, persistence, and standing up for victims. It's what you want in a personal injury case and what my friend and lawyer Glenn Cohen brings to every case for over 40 years. Call Glenn at Barnes, Cohen, and Sullivan.
Right now, they're on their way to ruin your day. Don't bother calling the police. They can't help. And if you're not prepared, you will suffer. Yes, it's that time of the year. Heat and humidity are attacking North Florida. But help is at hand. Call Mike Merritt's Heating and Air Conditioning. Mike Merritt has a license to chill and lets you maintain your comfort zone at a bargain price. How? Mike Merritt stands ready to help, routine or emergencies. And Mike Merritt knows emergencies can happen at any time. So with Mike, there's never any overtime charges. And Mike's team works without commissions. Merritt will never try to sell you parts you don't need. You can't trust just anyone with a truck. Call Mike Merritt, the company North Florida has trusted for 35 years. Call today. License number CAC 050384.
I insist on complete honesty.
You can chime in anytime on the 1010XL text line.
Installed by Lifetime Flooring.
If you have something to say to me, I wish you would just say it.
Share your opinion. Are you nuts? What? 641-1010.
That's crazy.
Mark Watson with Hardball Creative. I know that hearing another ad for Jacksonville's best promo company interrupts Jacksonville's best sports talk, but at least it isn't a political ad. Check us out at hardballcreative.com.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
Firehouse Subs, Hook and Ladder jingle, take one.
Hook and ladder, when it's hot, it just tastes better. Warm that smoky turkey, that thin slice.
Guys, this is a 30-second ad. You gotta sing faster.
Hook and ladder, when it's hot, it just tastes better. Melty cheese and toast spread, mustard, mayo, purple spread, lettuce, green, and onion. The sandwich is too big for the song. It's too big.
The Hook and Ladder, available only at participating Firehouse Subs restaurants.
When all you have is a hammer, everything is a nail. I'm Dr. George Bari, and like me, I know you have been bombarded with PRP and stem cell treatments from companies that promise the world and charge prices to match. Or the surgeon that convinced you the only way to treat your injuries through surgery. At Bari Orthopedics, we offer the best PRP treatment on the market with prices that won't cost you an arm and a leg. We also have the expertise to treat your injury surgically, if that is what it entails. We can discuss all surgical and non-surgical options with you and make sure you get the best treatment available. Come see me, Dr. George Bari at Bari Orthopedics.
Visionaries, builders, and doers, are you ready to change the world? Miller Electric is your opportunity to shape the future. Miller Electric is leading the charge in electric vehicle technology with our state-of-the-art EV Innovation Design Center. We're working to create a sustainable future. We're also the proud partners of the Jacksonville Jaguars, powering their performance at the brand-new Miller Electric Center. Miller Electric, we provide competitive pay, unbeatable benefits. Apply today. MillerCareers.com. Miller Electric, an equal opportunity employer.
Googan Nation, it's Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here to tell you this is no dream. The folks at Dreamfinders Homes right now have an unbeatable interest rate for you. You may not think you can afford a Dreamfinders home. Well, think again. Take advantage of a 2.99% year one rate. I said it, 2.99%. 15 Jacksonville communities to choose from. Find that dream house and take advantage of an unbeatable rate. Move now, literally. Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
I mean, I can think of a couple of, positions. I think there's some really good battles going on the defensive line, offensive line as well, with some of the young guys that are emerging. And it's not, again, you want them to make your 53, but you also would love to get them back on practice squad if possible.
All right, Doug Peterson meeting with the media. It's a mild calf strain for Christian Kirk, who won't practice this week.
Okay, well, at least we know.
Let me tell you what mild calf strains can lead to. I won't tell you, and let's hope it doesn't, and let's make sure he's okay before he returns. Mild calf strains are frightening.
And then suddenly they're Achilles tear. And,
right.
Yeah, look, these guys, here's what happens to. And with Kirk, it started with a hamstring, right? It just as guys get older, when that first soft tissue injury comes, you're always nervous about it.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be the same one.
Linger.
Well, and it goes from hamstring, then suddenly it's a calf. Then it goes from a calf to it's an Achilles, or it's a bicep, and then it's a labrum. It just they
surprise.
They do kind of correspond.
Couple other notes, no surprise. Trevor won't play against the Bucs Saturday, getting a lot of reps in joint practices.
Sure.
thinks going up against Vita Vea in practice has been good for us, quote, good for us. That's good for us. At some point, we got to be good against them. But, yeah, some of the things that are going on out there. Daniel Thomas also being held out this week. He has a heel injury and won't practice today. Everybody else should be good to go for the practice today as the Jags get ready to take on the Bucs. I'm guessing, like we had anticipated, Mac Jones probably starts on Saturday, gets a half, and then Beathard gets a second half. I think they were going to flip-flop them.
That makes sense.
That would be my guess. I mean,
this is, listen, we've heard enough here, and we don't want to discourage that the tickets are sold. They are what they are. This is watching practice.
Oh, yeah.
This is watching AAA football Saturday night.
This is for the great fans who go down there and watch practices and
by the way, in our perspective of going to every Jaguars game for 30 years is a lot different than going down. In no way am I not saying it can't be fun. I'm just saying you won't see Trevor Lawrence. You won't see Travis Etienne.
Again, what I would do with I hate the preseason. I really do.
Skills contests and autographs.
I would send
fanfare.
The boys up into different sections if they're not playing.
Fest,
and sign.
I'm okay with that.
Just go up there and sit with, or if that's too quote, difficult.
I don't know.
Then set up a table and
Where
let
they
them
can come down.
Let them go down in the bowels of the stadium and walk through and get autographs. And pictures. That's what I mean. Spend your 3 hours. I mean, again. We pretend like these guys pretend. They pretend like, no, he's got to be engaged in the game. No, he doesn't.
No,
he doesn't.
Of course not.
He's happy for his teammates, whatever. But, yeah, that's a good time to, let them each do a quarter and sign some autographs and move on. But that's the kind of things I think that would, if you're not going to play the guys. Again, let's not forget here. And, again, I'm a season ticket holder. You're charging full boat for 2 preseason games that a lot of people have no interest in going to, and I don't think that makes you a bad fan. I know my 19-year-old is like, he's got things going on.
They don't need your – listen, I don't think the Jags care if you're in the stadium.
No, they don't
Not
care.
for this one.
No.
This isn't fans. They don't need – your team doesn't need – if you take a pass on a Saturday night game, that ain't like the Texans are coming to town Sunday at 1 and, it's too hot.
Correct.
It's not that. So, no, this is exactly what it is. It's an opportunity to go down to – go downtown and get out and have a night and dog and a burger and a Coke and watch some football.
Yeah,
but you won't be watching the guys who will be making the plays, and that's okay. It's what it is.
Yeah,
we had relatively big news in soccer, in the world of soccer.
What do we got?
It looks like the U.S. men's national team has settled on a coach.
Who we got?
And they land
we get the Liverpool guy.
They get a marquee guy, a guy who has been a head coach at Chelsea, at PSG, Tottenham. But he's taken over as an international manager for the first time. If these reports end up being true, it looks like they will be. But U.S. is going to host in 2026. Mauricio Pochettino, per multiple reports, the former Chelsea, Paris Saint-Germain, Tottenham, Southampton, and Espanyol manager, was listed.
What's his name?
Mauricio Pochettino. He's listed as one of the top targets for the U.S. Soccer Federation, and they got their guy just in time for the international window that sees the U.S. face Canada and New Zealand in September. Pochettino will replace Greg Berhalter.
He got fired.
Who got fired in July of 2024 when they failed to get out of their group in the Copa America. Berhalter had the team competitive in CONCACAF, but again, the American soccer has not been able to take that second step into like genuine, contender, right? They're, they don't have any of the best players in the world.
I don't want to spend too much time on soccer, but
anyway,
it would be fair to expect.
It's a good coach. It's a good coach to get.
It would be fair to expect the United States soccer team to be one of the top 16 countries in the world.
1,000,000%.
I mean, is that fair?
1,000,000%.
Yeah.
1,000,000%.
Well,
That's too low. The United States in anything that is played should never be out of the top 10.
Right.
Soccer's played a bunch here, Dan. Many kids played Little League Soccer's played Little League Baseball. I don't know why. I guess we are just putting our non-athletic athletes into soccer, and so never do the elite athletes end up staying in that sport. It's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, and that's no disrespect to soccer athletes. You couldn't take a soccer athlete and put him on a basketball court, and I think you could put. I think that probably flows the other way.
Yeah. All right, so the Jags go on the practice field here momentarily, and like I said, Daniel Thomas is out. Ezra Cleveland, heel. A mild calf injury for Christian Kirk. That's the big news. He is out this week. He has not named a starter at quarterback yet. Wants Mac Jones and Beathard to each get a half, which makes sense, and I would suspect that Mac will get the start this time, but I don't know for sure. So does
that mean we won't see Kirk until the regular season? Because he won't play the third game.
I don't know.
They're going to play the third game. Yeah. Because
got 3 weeks.
That depends on his injury, but if he's healthy, I think the starters will play the third game.
Okay.
That was sort of the plan. The plan was they weren't going to play this game because they're getting their work in yesterday and today.
At the joint practices.
Yeah, but the third, because, listen, you don't want them to, if you're not playing them this week, then basically they're playing, and don't play them in the third game, then their first action was August 10th, and their next action is September 9th. I mean, that's a month.
Yeah, I don't
so,
like
no,
it.
you want guys.
I think they've overthought this. I think there's too long of a break here. It's almost like.
There is a long break.
It should be 2 weeks. It should not be 3. I don't understand that.
Well, it's not. It's
3 weeks.
The 24th.
Right.
This is Saturday.
Okay,
the 25th is Sunday. Yeah.
Okay, I thought you were saying it's 3.
Yeah, it's 2 weeks.
Okay.
But if you don't play,
okay.
Then it
I
adds
misunderstood
up. All of a sudden, you
I
look
thought,
up and you go,
you're talking about this
wait a minute,
first
he hadn't
game.
played since.
In other words, if you'd have played on the 9th, it would be that. Right,
Yeah.
right. I got you.
So that's the situation. So you got to kind of factor that in a little bit. I mean, one thing, and listen, one thing we learned about opening day in the NFL, it's quirky as hell, right? You never know. And there's always a major upset. There's always something going on. But you don't want it to come out and say, oh, gosh, we were rusty. You don't want to be rusty. You've been practicing. I mean, shoot, they've done OTAs. So, yeah, let's be ready to roll here, So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But I would suspect he would play those guys against the Falcons in Atlanta is what I would expect. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. Right? It's break time.
Yes.
Keep it rolling right here on The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Imagine driving a late model Corvette, BMW, Mercedes, Lexus, Honda, Chevy, Ford, and more, all at a fraction of the original sticker price. Visit Vaughn Motor Group's indoor showroom and browse a great selection of dream cars that are inspected with warranties. Before you make your next auto purchase, check out Vaughn Motor Group on San Jose Boulevard or at vaughnmotorgroup.com for a complete inventory listing. If you can dream it, you can drive it at Vaughn Motor Group.
Discover the difference that local expertise makes at First Coast Lighting and Fans. Visit their showroom at the Avenues and browse high-quality products to match your desire for elegance, quality, and uniqueness at First Coast Lighting and Fans.
Expert Automotive is ready to keep you cool this summer. Right now, get an AC inspection or a system cooling checkup. Your choice for only $19.99. Their gift to you this summer is $50 off any service and a free tire rotation with any service. Their ASE certified technicians can keep your car cool without breaking the bank this summer. Call them at 374-3373 to get an appointment today. Expert Automotive. They never sell greed, only what you need.
Start your Sunday off with a cup of Joe and some sports medicine intel. This is Joe C. inviting you to join me and Dr. George Bari for Breaking Bones every Sunday morning at 7:30. And if you miss an episode, just look for Breaking Bones wherever you listen to podcasts.
All right, football season is back. It's time to go hot with that Underdog Fantasy app. Man, I love playing Underdog Fantasy. It's so simple. I just got to go higher or lower, man. The statistical projections are there. I can do it in basketball, baseball, but football is always the most fun. They got a bunch of different ways you can compete against others in their player versus player fantasy game. See if you can beat out the pack and become top dog, or just say higher or lower on a number of different players, other different options. Watch your payout just ratchet up the more players you choose. Now, understand this. You got to treat it for what it is. It's fun. Must be 18 or over. You got to be present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. You're there in Florida. Terms apply. Concerned with your play? You can always call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. Underdog is super fun. It's easy to play. It's easy to get started. Use the promo code PROSSER when you start up, and you're going to get a special and a deposit offer.
The hottest trend in casual dining has expanded in Jacksonville with its 5th location off 103rd. The Flame Broiler serves up protein-packed rice bowls. It's fast, healthy, and affordable. Order online at flamebroilerusa.com or visit any of our 5 locations. Flame Broiler, simply healthy.
For over 40 years, Play It Again Sports has served its customers with a winning, sustainable shopping model. Could say, we were recycling before recycling was cool. Save on quality used sporting goods for baseball, softball, lacrosse, hockey, golf, tennis, and more. Or sell us your gently used gear. We buy all sports, all seasons, and offer cash on the spot. Stop by Play It Again Sports today on Merrill Road near 295 or online at playitagainsports.com.
Yo, it's your boy E to the T. And are you ready for the ultimate college football season? Using MyBookie Sportsbook and casino platform, you can bet on every game and win anytime, anywhere, straight from your mobile device. No app needed. Just sign up at mybookie.com and you're ready to rock. Whether you're rooting for your alma mater or your favorite team, there's no better way to experience this season than having action on the game. And when you know your team well, it's an easy way to take advantage of procs like team win totals and early picks for playoff contention. Last year, MyBookie had some of the best odds on the market for the Wolverines to win the championship. And Michigan bettors who backed their squad saw 10 times the return on their wager. Lock your futures in now while you're waiting for the season to begin and use promo code 1010XL to claim a bonus up to $1,000. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Come on, somebody.
Duck Duck Rooter is a full-service plumbing company. They can fix everything from a simple leaky pipe or clogged drain to a large-scale repipe job, serving both commercial and residential customers. When you're stuck, call the Duck. DuckDuckRooter.com.
What Major League Baseball player has drawn the most walks during his career? The answer next.
How long has it been since you compared homeowners' insurance rates? Log on to southernoak.com to get an instant quote or find an agent near you.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
Barry Bonds holds the record for most career walks, being given first base over 2,500 times.
Southern Oak Insurance. Our family protecting yours.
Are you annoyingly inattentive? Do you watch a movie and then ask a zillion questions because you weren't paying attention? Do people ask, how do you sleep at night? Then you should get a mattress from Mattress Firm. They can help anyone sleep. Head to Mattress Firm's best sale of the year, the Labor Day sale. Get a king bed for a queen price. Save up to $700 plus a free adjustable base with select Sealy mattresses. Get matched at Mattress Firm. Sleep at night. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
This is Dr. James Perry, Assistant Team Physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jaguars, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
Jag DC Ryan Nielsen shared the thinking for bringing in safety Tayshaun Gibson.
Some experience, very athletic, smart player, sees the game really well in the back end.
The Jags and Tampa Bay Buccaneers are holding joint practices, which defensive lineman Eric Armstead likes.
Joint practices are good just to break up the monotony of camp and go against some different guys. You know, being able to hit somebody else than your teammate.
The Jaguars' Josh Hines-Allen looks for chemistry now that his fellow defensive lineman Eric Armstead is off the PUP list.
First and foremost, man, we have to win our one-on-ones. You know, if I'm beating this guy outside, I know Eric's beating this guy inside. So now let's work on the games and work on the chemistry.
And that's your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update. I'm Sam Nelson.
XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the Cool Down with Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Keeping Jack's cool since 1987.
All right, time to cool down. I'm cooling down from my concern about the offensive line here. I've been talking about this for a long time. I don't feel like they did enough. I'm worried that we're one injury to a 31-year-old center away from having the same 5 out there again last year, and I don't know why they're necessarily going to be better except for the fact that they're healthier. And guess what? They're not going to be healthier as the season goes on because as the season goes on, inevitably you get nicks and bumps and bruises. Now, I hope that Cooper Hodges or one of these other young guys is wowing them here enough during camp that they're starting to buzz about him a little bit, that maybe this guy has potential to slide in. Because I know what I got with these 5. I know what I got with Tyler Shatley. God bless him. He's been a great Jaguar. I just want, but we need to be able to protect and we need to be able to run. That's what I'm cooling down from. You?
I'm cooling down from a sudden hot streak from my Bravos, who won again late last night, and I'm cooling down just to the fact that it's at some point it's going to get sticky in here because it sure looks like it's going to be a Braves-Mets 2-team race to the wild card. I did do a dive into the schedule. We do still have a 3-game series left.
In New York or Atlanta?
I think we've been to your place twice, haven't we?
Yeah.
I think it's Atlanta.
The interesting part for the Mets, we have another West Coast trip. It's really not good.
I don't think we have another one of those.
But our West Coast trip this time includes San Diego and Arizona, so that's going to decide things for us. I mean,
and that'd be great because you can make up ground on them. That's the good side.
We have to win now. We have to win against Oakland today, Miami, and the O's. We got a 9-game homie, and then after we're done there, we go west again to Arizona and San Diego.
Braves got more home than road left. Their road trips after they leave San Francisco, man, if they could somehow pull a little 4-game sweep here, they go to the Angels next.
Mm-hmm.
So we got 3 at the Angels, right? And then it's back home. The road trips after that, they have a 3-gamer at Minnesota, a 4-gamer at Philly.
Yeah, you got the Phils and we got the Phils.
We got a 2-gamer at Washington. We got a 3-gamer at Cincinnati, a 3-gamer at Miami. Those are the road games left for the Braves. It's the second to last series, Braves-Mets in Atlanta last week.
Yeah, we wrap with Atlanta and then hopefully a Milwaukee team that is
we got Kansas City.
Finish things up.
That's supposed to be easy. That Kansas City 3-game finale. What a terrible end of the season. Why would you put the Braves and the Royals in the last series?
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess you figure both were just put to bed by that point, the Braves to the good and the Royals to the bad. Maybe that's what they're thinking.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I'm in the mood for some New York City headlines.
Well, of course
are you?
you are. Yes, you're.
I love them.
You're New York City that way.
Yeah.
Brought to you by Integra Concierge Medicine. Their bioidentical hormone treatment for testosterone can have you feeling like $1 million, man. If you think the good old days are gone, think again. You've got to set up your free consultation. Get your doc on demand. Paul Bousset, that concierge medicine means he's always just a text away for whatever you need. 619-3609, Integra Concierge Medicine.
Killer speaks. Scott Peterson admits terrible mistake as he breaks his silence 20 years after he was convicted of killing pregnant wife, unborn son. Remember Scott Peterson?
Yeah, I don't know how you can keep doing a documentary on something that we all know what the facts are.
He maintains his innocence.
Sure he is.
Hulking Florida teen who severely beat teacher's aide over Nintendo Switch speaks out as he is jailed for 5 years.
Lucky to be 5 years.
Yeah.
Lucky to be 5 years. That poor lady could have been killed.
Florida poll opens up after years-old footage of MAGA swimsuit goes viral.
Florida poll?
That's a politician.
Paul. Yeah. Oh, so she wore a MAGA swimsuit and now...
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot there, a lot to unpack. I need to know more about the story.
Yeah. Well, a lot to unpack. We only read the headlines.
I know that. So, that's why I'm saying move on.
Cheerleader 12 dies after parents tried to treat life-threatening injuries with smoothies and vitamins. Sheriff.
You got to be careful with parents. The guys are usually the bad ones about that. Son, you're okay. Meanwhile, his tooth is like jammed up into his brainstem. So, yeah, the women are right on that. We're always rub some dirt on it. Sometimes it's more than that.
Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift have one thing to do before considering engagement.
I don't care.
Rob Lowe says threesome sex tape leak changed my life, led to him getting sober.
That's one word for it.
Dental worker fired for mocking patient's diary is relishing becoming viral piece of bleep.
Yeah, I don't know why anyone would make their diary available to their dental assistant.
Dental worker fired for mocking patient's diary.
Yeah, like how does she see your diary? What, are you showing it to her?
Fast food giant calls emergency meeting with franchisees as sales plummet.
Food tastes terrible. What do we do?
Would you like to know which one it is?
Nah, I don't. I said food tastes terrible, and then they're going to say that I was saying it specifically when I didn't even know.
Yeah.
So, yes, which one?
I'm not going to say.
Okay.
A News Nation journalist, 22, killed by train in bizarre Chicago accident.
A journalist killed by a train? I didn't think they could see a story if it was coming right down the tracks. I'm right.
Cancun police dismiss U.S. college students' claims of drugged water as exaggerated, reports.
You weren't totally drugged, just a little drugged. You exaggerator. I mean, who can't handle a little drugging?
17-year-old Spanish soccer phenom's dad in serious condition after being stabbed.
Yeah, the world's gone cuckoo for Cocoa
Son
Puffs.
shot father in the face over argument about his stinky feet. Cops.
What country?
I just read them.
I mean, good Lord, man. You do not have a good family relationship if you shoot your pops in the face over
Miami nice.
anything.
Friends help fund widow Candace Miller's move from New York City to Miami after husband's suicide, $17 million debt.
It's amazing what we consider news and put in the paper.
Yeah.
Friends, help a friend. Okay, great. That's a news
Russia
story.
sentences Russian-American ballerina to 12 years in jail for treason.
Yeah, she's like a spy, I think. I think there's a show on about her.
Ex-escort to the 1% dishes on kinky romps with the elite and their secret sex code words.
Yeah. Money, that's what they are. See, yeah, it's your secret word. Gold.
What was Dewey's? What was it in the?
What is safe
when
word?
he wrestled the bear? What was it?
Safe word.
Yeah.
What was
that safe
Yeah,
word?
screaming it. Right. It's, yeah.
What is it?
I'll never think of it, but you're right. It's like
What is it?
like Pop-Tarts. Pop-Tarts.
Yeah.
It's something stupid because it is a Will Ferrell movie. So
Yeah,
You talking about Step Brothers?
No.
Semi-pro.
Oh, semi.
He wrestles the bear
Yeah,
and
you
he
gotta
goes,
say
"What's
that-
your safe word?"
Dick Pepper. Dick Pepper fan, actually.
One of the Googans
I
will
saw
send
that.
it
I
in.
saw that one the other day, and it was better than you remembered it.
Oh, that's a great.
I'll give you another Will Ferrell that's better than I remember. And I think I was just so shell-shocked because I took my kids when they were little to see Land of the Lost, and they unleashed the F-bomb on me out of nowhere, and I felt like I was...
Bleep you Chaka.
Yeah, I felt like I was duped a little bit.
Yeah,
But
Bleep you Chaka.
now, you know, the kids are all grown and, you know, dang near 30. That doesn't seem to be as big a, you know, misstep as it did sitting in the theater that day.
You're saying Land of the Lost is better than
Spumoni.
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 Thank you, Guggen.
Look at him.
Spumoni.
Am I saying Land of the Lost what now?
What you said? I'll tell you another Will Ferrell movie, and then you didn't.
It was
say,
Land of the Lost.
Oh, it was Land of the Lost.
I'm saying because you just said it was a different. The first one was not Land of the Lost.
No,
it was semi-pro.
Yeah.
Land of the Lost, another one's better than.
You just saw that again recently.
Yeah. It was on. I mean, I didn't go search it, but I checked it out. A lot of tripping in Land of the Lost. I had forgotten. A lot of hallucinogenic psychedelic drug use in Land of the Lost.
Okay,
we get crazy with Chaka.
Gibby.
Now, the 2-minute drill brought to you by Injury Care Centers. Discover BioTarget Regenerative Therapy, a safer drug-free solution for lasting pain relief. Visit GoBioTarget.com.
Oh, Mike.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm well. How are you guys?
Jags Bucs.
Yeah.
Are you happy about what happened yesterday, or are you concerned about?
Conflicted.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
right.
how do you...
And should we? I mean, I guess that's probably most NFL teams right now.
It was only a small sample size, but Travis Etienne ran it 4 times in the preseason game for 3 yards.
Yeah, that wasn't good.
Right? So when you hear that they can't get any movement, it's interesting, though. You look at, like, Rick Stroud of the Tampa Bay Times.
Yeah.
Headline.
Different.
Jags pushed around the Bucs all day, you know? So...
But our offensive line clearly did not play well in the practice yesterday.
No, well, if you go according to John Shipley saying probably a half dozen sacks, and some of the big plays that came after you probably would have seen Trevor Lawrence in the grass. So who knows?
And we know what we have. I guess we're banking on health, man, and Morse. I'm concerned though. I am concerned about that, but I am happy about Brian Thomas Jr.
Yeah,
Hearing
sure.
good things about that.
He's starting to come out of his shell, it looks like,
right.
and you're hearing about big plays more frequently at practice. So, yeah, and in fact, today's question of the day that we're asking is, what do you expect his rookie year stat line to be?
That's a
catches,
good question.
yards, and touchdowns. I think pretty prominent right now, coming off that practice yesterday with the 7-on-7, and then the 80-yarder, which may or may not have counted. Who knows?
What else you got cooking today?
We'll hear from Doug Peterson. Just got done speaking to the media just a short time ago, and we'll talk Brian Thomas and hopefully get some camp reports. I'm sure we'll get plenty with Mia O'Brien and Hayes and everybody down there about what's going on.
Have a great show.
Thank you, guys.
It's Mike Dempsey, Tony Smith. They're getting ready for Jaguars Day. It is coming up here at the top of the hour.
Spumoni! Spumoni!
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Now, another classic moment in Jags history.
The sprinklers have come on. Perfect. This is unbelievable. The automatic sprinkler system has come on the goal line. Absolutely perfect.
1010XL.